Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking to you. I'd like to welcome all of you aboard my flight. A flight that has promised to take you high, way high up in the sky.
What's up, Kane Nation? We in the building. Welcome to Kane's Talk Live on the Coach Me Coach podcast with your boy, Coach Hayes. Kane Nation, I want to start off by saying congratulations to the Miami Hurricanes for a phenomenal season. I know a lot of people are upset. I know a lot of people are mad. I know a lot of people are this, that, and the third, and this person's fault and that person's fault. But at the end of the day, congratulations to the Miami Hurricanes. I just want to go ahead and clap it up for them boys. Let's go, man. Everybody that's a part of that. Now that we got that part out the way, man, also in a coach's fashion, I got to say congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers. Came in, they played their game, and they walked out as national champions. Shout out to Kurt Signetti. We can't deny this. He's done a phenomenal job in 2 years at Indiana. And he got a natty. He's got a ring, and he'll be ever etched in the history books of Indiana and college football history. And nothing wrong with that, man. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people want to talk and get it off their chest. So please feel free to open this up, 862-799-9956. If you're on YouTube or if you're on Twitter/X, please go ahead and share this thing out. Let's get it going. Just got off the turnpike, just got back. So we're here in the building, ready to rock and roll. So with all that being said, we're going to get into this. I'm going to give you some of my final thoughts of the game. Last night, we did a post-game show. Me and my man 12 did a post-game show. I was kind of in the car. Voice was gone. Might be a little raspy right now. But at the end of the day, we're ready to rock and roll and get it going. As you see, I got the clock up here. Kane Nation, we got a long way to go. 234 days, 14 hours, 4 minutes, and 5, 4, 3 before September 12th, we play FAMU in the Hard Rock. So we got a lot to do, a lot of time to talk, and we're going to rock and roll with it. Well, here are my final thoughts of the game. Indiana came in, and like I said earlier, played their game. They did what they have done all season long. There was nothing special. There were no wrinkles. They did what the tape said they were going to do, and they executed. There's the difference. On the other hand, we've done what we've done, and we didn't execute at times, especially in our first half offensively. Like I said, we had 5 possessions, walked out with 0 points. I even broke down the plays. I think we ran 20 total plays in the first half. 20 total plays in the first half and walked out with no points with a missed field goal. Okay. On the flip side, Indiana ran 36 plays in the first half and had some sustained drives. If you go look at it and you look at it play by play or play for play, we had, like I said, our biggest one was a 5-play drive, a 3-play drive, 3-play drive, 3-play drive, 9-play, missed a field goal. That's all we had in the first half. But in contrast, they had a 4-play, a 12-play drive, 3-play, 14-play drive, right? And then a 3-play to finish out the half, leading 10-0. Part of this, and one of the biggest stats, I don't know if a lot of people heard about it, but we didn't convert any third downs in the first half. And that's where a problem lies. So you got to be able to convert third downs. That's why that's a stat. Second down is not a stat. Third down is a stat. You got to be able to keep the chains alive, keep that thing going and moving, right? We started off with a 9-yard run on the very first play. And then we kind of got away from it, right? We kind of got away from it. Maybe because it didn't yield the yardage that we thought it was going to yield. I'm not sure. But anyway, at the end of the day, we didn't do what we were supposed to do from an execution standpoint, especially offensively. Now, defensively, you got to remember, and I want people to understand what this is when it comes to defense. When defense is playing, they're counting, right? I want you to understand it. They're counting those punts as offensive plays, but you got a lot of defenders that's on the punt team. You understand what I'm saying? You have guys that's on kickoff team, on kickoff return team, so forth and so on defense. Those are added plays. So just on the cuff, if I'd added, let's just say add another 4 plays to their 36 plays, right? And that's where the difference lies. I think defensively, we play phenomenal. Now, were there some holes and some things we could have done differently? Most definitely, bro. You know, I think we were very soft on the pass. We gave up a lot of hitch plays because we played a lot of cover 3. I had a chance to look at some of the film, not to break it all the way down. The good, bad, and ugly will be coming out. Like I said, literally just getting off the turnpike, probably about an hour ago. So I get opportunity after this show is over, cut it up, break it down, da 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 da. And again, when I do those, that's from the condensed version. The full game doesn't come out till days later. So to be so late. So anyway, sometimes in the condensed version they have certain plays, and sometimes they don't have big plays that you think would be on there. So that's why when y'all be like, well, coach, you missed that play. It just wasn't in the condensed version. I just want people to truly understand that in there. And so I'll say all this to that. We had to find ways to execute. Now we can say what we want to say about Indiana, and I know I'm beating my chest as I should have. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. It's always going to be go you. However, when you're coaching and you're coaching in this particular game, that team is not there because they won the lottery. They're not there because you flip the coin and say, hey, let them get in. They're there because they play extremely well, and they showed they're playing well. They played well all season. They're undefeated. We can say how they're undefeated. It doesn't matter. I know Penn State. I know Ohio State missed field goal. I get all that. But at the end of the day, they found a way to put a W on the schedule. And I don't think our 2 losses, in my opinion, were a hinder to us. Actually should have been a help to us. And we didn't maximize this opportunity. I still think offensively we could have created some wrinkles, right? And I tell you people all the time, when it comes to play calling, it's not easy thing to do. It's really not. But however, when you're at this level, this is what you truly get paid to do. You don't have another job. This is what you do. And so I think we should have found other ways to get guys open, get guys opportunities, and we have to execute those plays. Defensively, what I will say is, before I get to special teams, again, their tendency chart was there. If y'all were in the Discord, aka the locker room, we call it, we broke it down. And if for those that were in there, if you were following the rules I gave you, you calling out plays at your watch party, you sound like a real guru up in there right now. They did nothing different than what we've seen through all those different plays, except they executed them, right? Those back shoulder fades are tough. But how you defeat the back shoulder, you got to be physical. You got to be able to find ways in order to throw the timing off. You can't just pitch, catch, and throw and just put the timing on there. Okay. Shannon Dawson is catching a lot of heat. And I'll say this, rightfully so. I have to be honest. I'm always going to be biased a little bit towards coaches because I get that. But at the end of the day, constructive criticism is exactly what that is, constructive criticism. Let me see if you guys can hear me good, right? Okay, good. So constructive criticism is exactly what that is. And I've given this analogy last year about the nail in the tire. And if you don't fix it, the nail is going to come loose and you're going to have a blowout on 95 doing 95. And it's going to be catastrophic. And it showed its head. It had been steering wheel getting a little wobbly throughout some of these games. And all of a sudden, boom, we blow a tire. And we got to try to recover it. And I think that's what happened. There was plenty of time. again, I'm not asking to install a brand new offense. I would never ask anybody to do that. But you definitely got time to install wrinkles. And that's something that Indiana did extremely well on defense. I mean, on offense, especially throwing in the play action, doing different things. But that quarterback lead draw, that's been there all season. On that 4th and 5, when they took it, and I was in the room. Shout out to Melvin Bratton and his team. Nothing but hospitality for Coach Hayes football and the folks, man. My man Jamel and his brother had opportunity to come through. Appreciate you guys. But we're sitting there and we're talking about it. And me and Melvin Brown was saying, bro, this dude took a timeout on 4th and 5. He going for it. And he's going for it because he knows if they don't make it, our offense is not turning the ball over enough where they're afraid. They may go 3 and out, maybe 5 plays, punt the ball, and they're still going to be on the short field. They get 20 more yards. They can kick the field goal and recover those 3 points. Coach Heatherman, I believe, put a statement out knowing that I think he said he regrets not calling the timeout because the communication didn't get out fast enough. Look out for the lead draw. Well, here's what I'll say. And here's what I'll say to that. That's not a play that's every once in a while. That is one of their staple plays. And I think our players said they didn't recognize it as well. On 4th and 5, you just came out of a timeout. That should have been communicated in that huddle. Hey, guys, this formation, I think Coach Herman even said it. They give us the 2x2, 4 open. Look for the lead draw. These are the things that got to be communicated, especially in that moment right there, right? Again, it happens. It's football. But we got to be able to get those things done. You know, offensively, I think we abandoned the run too quick. I think that as I looked at the box score and I'm looking at the play-by-play, I said in the postgame, we took 1 negative, like 1 TFL play in offense of us running the ball, and actually we had 0. We may have run the ball for 0 yards. But people have to understand, when you're running the ball, and if you go look at Indiana, they ran the ball 46 times in that game. We ran the ball 20 times in that game. 20. I think they made 21 because of Carson Beck sacked. But 20 times in that game, we ran the football. You can't win like that. You can't. And here's the beauty of it. V12 said it best. And still, he was making a boxing analogy. And still, the heavyweight. And still, we were in the game as bad as we played in the first half. We were still on, and still, we were only down by 10. Only down by 10. Well within range of coming back, sticking to your game plan. No need to panic. Because offensively, they weren't shaking nothing either. We just playing on a short field. Right? We get the punt block. Now, I know y'all want to go into that. 87 Bowman, he whiffed. He whiffed. And they blocked the punt. And the thing is, this is where your mind comes into it. You are back there as the personal protector. You ain't running down as a gunner to make the tackle. You should not be in any types of hurry to get down the field. Your job as one of those 3 personal protectors back there is to protect, especially when you got an Aussie-style kicker, right? The Australian-style, rugby-style kicker who kind of rolls with it. And he's rolling primarily to your side, to the right. You are the right personal protector. You have to make sure that ball is protected, that block is made at all costs. Hell, especially in that part of the field, I would rather you drag the dude down, we get a dang holding call and re-kick it. That's the mindset you have to have. And, like I say, people always like to say, and I say it, when you get a block punt, and I don't know the phenomenon behind this, and I would love if somebody could find a study that was done on this, because in football, people do studies like, percentage. How you get these stat people? How many teams have suffered a block punt and come back and win the game? I guarantee that percentage is very small. Very small. Very small. Very small. So That was huge. That was a momentum swinger. But we found a way to get that momentum back, and still, to my dog point, I might make a shirt, and still dot. We could have won that game by $1. Now let's get into the Carson Beck throw at the end. Shout out to everybody on the line, 862-799-9956. Call on in and start building the queue, please. I want to hear your point of view of it. I know everybody want Dawson head on the stick, and everybody want Carson Beck head on the stick, and I get it. I mean, speak your piece. I understand that. But in that last throw, a lot of people are saying we didn't need that play. Again, I'm not mad at the call. I'm mad at the execution. Here's another nail in the tire. I've been saying this. You can go back to shows. You can check it. Fact check me. Keep your receipts, whatever you want to call it. Carson Beck has had a tendency since he's been at Miami. I haven't studied him when he was at Georgia. A lot of people, he did it at Georgia. I don't know what he really did at Georgia. I have to be honest. I didn't study him. But his time here at the University of Miami, his deep balls have always had this underthrown tone. Like the receivers running back. I don't remember one where I'm talking about 40 plus where you airing that thing down the field. Not on the line where you catching it. Over the shoulder, let them run and go get up under it. I would love to see that percentage where they're not having to slow down, fight back for the ball, make a miraculous catch. CJ Daniels or Marion have to come out here and make some kind of Malachi Tony, some kind of miraculous catch. I'm not talking about the 25-yard throw in the red zone on a corner route. We're talking about stretching the field where the receiver is in full afterburner, where he damn near about to pop a hamstring getting down the field. That's the throw that I'm speaking of. 234 in the building. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like, share, subscribe button on the way in. If you're on Twitter, man, please make sure you share this deal out. YouTube as well as Facebook. I would be lying to you if I said I'm not disappointed. I think all coaches disappointed. All people would be disappointed. I also find it criminal that Marty Brown doesn't get the ball more. 3 carries in the national championship. Criminal. And again, 10-point lead. A 10-point lead is not desperation mode. A 10-point lead is not desperation mode. I can tell you this right here. Start of the fourth quarter, we was only down 14-17. 14-17. Still not in desperation mode. At one time in the third quarter, let me see here. We were only down 7-10. We can still play our game plan. Seven to 10. Miami goes in and scores. Start of the fourth quarter, 14-17. And here's the beauty of it. That last drive, 142 on the clock. I think we had timeouts. I think we had 2 left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mad at the shot call. I'm mad at the shot placement, if that makes sense. I really wish, really wish could have pulled this thing out, man. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing going. That's my final thoughts of it. We'll definitely take some shots. Like I said, we 234 days away from FAMU Rallies, baby, in the March of 100. Anyway, again, before the bashing session begins on here. I appreciate everybody. Let me get these donos out the way. Also, I got some donos here on Cash App, and I thank you guys for that as well. I'll definitely acknowledge these. But I do want to say congratulations to the Miami Hurricanes. Congratulations to Coach Cristobal and his staff for what they've accomplished, right? Didn't finish it, but I mean, I have to say this. A lot of people didn't see us here. A lot of people saw us in the playoffs, but a lot of people didn't really see it. Let's call a spade a spade. Y'all didn't see us at the Natty, front of the congregation. So congratulations to them, man. Still Canes. Also, want to give a lot of love to people that I had an opportunity to meet while I was out there. Gage Shoddy in the building, man. T. Hines. I know I'm going to forget some people, and I apologize. T. Hines in the building. Hurricane Pete in the building. You know, he might be on the line. Who else did I meet, man? Hey, Cane Juice in the building. I met a wife and this couple at the rest stop today on the way back. They were driving back to Alabama. Shout out to them. I didn't get their name, but we took a picture. Shout out to them. And if you're watching, Liam, I thought about you, buddy. I know you might have dropped one or two down your face. And I hope, Liam, my 10-year-old recruit from 2034. But I do want to say to you, Liam, this is part of the game, baby. This is part of the game. And you got to learn from it, especially as a young baller yourself. Make sure you come on in, learn from that stuff, find out what you got to do to execute. All right. And let me just say this piece. That damn Mesidor and that damn Bane. Shout out to Jason Taylor, Damian Lewis, Heatherman. Phenomenal, bro. When I look at the kinds of techniques they're using to get to the quarterback, phenomenal. Not just speed and power. They're actually using fundamentals and techniques to get to the quarterback. Oh, my God. That's what you want to see. That's what makes my heart happy. So shout out to those guys, man. All right. Let me get these donos out, and then we're going to open up the phone line. Shout out to Rolexa for the $2. Was at the game. We didn't quit. Proud of the team. Thank you for that. Muhammad in the building for the 49. Thank you, Muhammad. Last night hurts, but this was a special season no matter what happened last night. This is just the beginning. No one player lost us the game. I can agree. I can agree with that. I think it was a culmination of a lot of things. I think coaching was a part of it as well, right? We didn't press the edge. And I think that's what baffles me is every time we press the edge, we got positive. Right before we scored on that same outside zone, Mark Fletcher ran it and got 4 yards. It was 2nd and 6, and we never went back to it. Until the third quarter, we go back to it, and he popped it for 50-plus yards. And we don't go back to it. Again, I'm watching it live. I don't know how many times we pulled last night. Pull big bodies around and get +1, +2 to the side of the ball we running. I didn't see a lot of that. God bless it. Stay tight, coach. Don't let them see you sweat. Oh, my goodness. Also, shout out to Cash App. $30 from Jesse in the building. It says donation of $30. Thank you so much. Oh, man, this is special right here. Gordon Johnson for the $25. Gordon, man, I know Grandma Julia would be so happy, man. Grandma Julia has passed on. Rest in peace to her. But, man, I got your video. I thank you so much for that, man. I know I shot his grandmother out. I told her throw it up to you for Grandma Julia in the building. And I think it was Uncle Mike and some other uncles and relatives, man. So you made everybody happy. So, again, to Gordon, appreciate you, man. Thank you. You didn't have to do it, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for that, man. And I did get the video of you and your grandmother. Rest in peace to her. Longtime Miami Hurricane fan. Much love. Gordon, thank you, my brother. Thank you. And Suge in the building. I'll definitely do what you asked me to do in the comment section. May not be tonight, but it may be tomorrow. But I appreciate you. And he hit me up with the 2704. I don't know what 2704 represents, but thank you for the $27.04 in the cash out, man. But I'll definitely do that. What you asked me to do should. And maybe you want to call in tonight, you're more than welcome. All right. So I appreciate it. All right. Anybody else I missed? And shout out to all the members, man. Holy smokes. What a great job. Whew. Come on, Sharks. Talk to me. Come on, Shark. Talk to me. What are we doing? 20 carries? 20 carries? Time of possession, we lost by 10 minutes, I believe. I believe we lost time of possession was 13 minutes, actually. 23-36 to 36-24. So about 13 minutes of time of possession we lost. And people talk about the penalties. You know, we only had 2 offensive penalties, I believe. We only had 2. We had 1 false start, and then we had the delay of game coming out of the exchange. We had a face mask penalty. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I hate it happen, but we had a face mask penalty. The guy trying to make the tackle, I forget his name. And we had the pass interference penalty against OJ Frederick. And again, I'm not homered out, but in my opinion, Buffale. A Buffale call. Terrible call, bro. Terrible call. And I can't think of the other penalties, but we had 7 penalties for 60 yards. They had 5 penalties for 38 yards. I mean, I don't think penalties killed us. Think about it. They hit our quarterback late. That gave us a whole 15 yards after the 5 yards we lost from the delay of game. So they actually kept us alive. So, you know, with that being said, it is what it is. Bro, look at our rushing attempts. 5.2 yards a rush. We had 20. God damn. We had 21 carries, technically 20. One of those was Beck sack. 20 carries for 110 yards at 5.2 yards a carry. And I know we had the big 50-yard run. I get it. They had 45 carries at 2.9 yards a rush for 131 yards. We were 19 for 32 for 232 passing, 16 for 27 for their 186 passing. We were 3 of 11 on third down. Three of 11 on third down. Unacceptable. Unacceptable by all stretch. Let me fix this right quick, 12. Hold on. Hold on. Check me. Okay, here we go. All right, 12. About to open the lines. Talk to us. I don't know if you heard what you heard.
No, I didn't hear anything. I just said I'm coming on because I said I would. I'm a man of my word. You have sometimes you had a hangover. And I had one. And it ain't from drinking. I ain't watched no TV all day. But at the end of the day, you know, I think y'all heard you going through some stats. At the end of the day, like I said last night, I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of the youth. It's ever going to be you all day. And I just, you know, this one slipped away from us. And it just bothers me because I know that last night we were the better team. We were the more physical team. And that one just slipped away. We didn't close how we've been closing games. We didn't close. We didn't use our intellect on some of the, you know, a lot yesterday, but especially towards the end of, you know, that whole series or that whole play call or pass, it just didn't sit well with me. And, you know, it's interesting. A lot of people, they know I'm I'm a Canes fan, and they'll say to me, man, you know, that I don't know what was going on that play. And everybody said the same thing. Hey, you got to take a shot. You're going to take that shot. You throw it to the back pylon. and it's only going to be you, the receiver, either catch or the ball goes out of bounds. And I don't want to regurgitate what I said last night, but we pay for intellect. One of the things that was the big draw for Indiana was their maturity from an age perspective. And that's what we paid Carson Beck for. That's what everyone highlighted, how he was a national champion and he's been around for a while. And I'm not gonna say everything was on his show, was his fault. But I do think if you look at the down, distance, and timing of what happened, I mean, you can't, you have to point back to that play as the game was winding down. It would have been better for me if it was 4th and 10 and he had to just throw it up. I could respect that a little bit more, but it was totally unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, kind of I'll just real quick synopsis, kind of went through what we talked about last night. I talked about, like I said, I was mad at the call more than was the execution of it. It was there. He just was a little late and underthrown. And I understand why fans are saying what they're saying, because at the end of the day, and still, I love that, and still, we had an opportunity to win this ball game. You understand? But again, the ugly things reared their head. So I just went through that. Rolexa for the $2. Indiana game plan was the back shoulder passes. Yeah, it was, and that's what I'm saying. We got to. I'm not afraid of them going over the top of us. See, again, guys, I told y'all Indiana didn't do anything special. They did what they've been doing all year. And sometimes as coaches, we get in our own way. We give other people too much credit. We think that people are going to adjust to something when there's nothing there to adjust. They haven't shown you that they're going to change. For example, sometimes on the defensive side, people like to cover ghost. Hey, man, if you run cover 2, 4 verticals can hurt us. Yeah, coach, I ain't seen them run 4 verticals all year. But why would I be worried about the 4 verticals until they do it? Now, that doesn't mean I don't make my players aware that can hurt you. But I'm not going to not run cover 2 because I'm afraid of 4 verticals that I haven't seen them run. But 98% of their playbook cover 2 stops. But I'm scared of the 2% play that they never run. I hope that makes sense where I'm going to, Will. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we got to be able to press that, man. Let me go ahead and get this line rocking and rolling. I'm not sure if you want to say anything else. Appreciate you, Rolexa, for the $2. Thank you, man. Like I said, I kind of went through the box score a little bit and everything else. 862-799-9956. Do me a favor, man. We're gonna try to keep this thing to about 2 minutes. I think I got 2 minutes. Maybe I got 3 up here. I'm not sure. I had 1 minute up there. I'll change that. But anyway. Let's go ahead and get the first call on the line. My man Jamel from DC. We hung out this weekend. Jamel, talk to us, baby. What's up?
12 coach, man. What it do, man?
What's up with you, baby?
I had to talk to both of y'all multiple times after this game, man. It hurt. I feel like 12, man. Look, coach, what I told you earlier, man, I didn't want to get out of bed today. It kept playing back in my head, like how, right? I just feel like this team was a special team. Like teams like these don't come often, so you got to capitalize on it. What I mean by that is, it was, we had some vets. It looked like the team was very close, as you could see, just from all the moments we've been through, how they always picked each other up. And, it just sucks that we made it to this point and that some of the things that hurt us in the year came back up, not necessarily penalties. But, something we was calling out the whole time, man. It take the offense a little too long to get going. I'm not sure if that strategy to try to, bully everybody all the time is the best. Like a team like Indiana, I don't feel like Indiana would have played great from behind, So I think it was opportunities there. Like we were saying last night, we was watching the game, coach. We run the ball for 2 yards, and then we just go throw. Now we in 3rd and 8. That's not where you want to be against Indiana, especially when they drop in 7 people back and they know how to play the hell out of their zones. You want to be in 3rd and 7. You may want to be in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, where maybe Beck can scramble a little bit. You could do a little bit more in your route trees. So that part hurts. And then, coach, we both talked about this. I'm not. Well, I think Beck did read the last play wrong, but he's been underthrowing deep balls all year, and that's probably from the elbow injury where he don't really have the strength to get it there. I did see him throw one on the money this year, was when he threw that ball to Keith, who was C.J. Daniels against Florida State when he threw the bomb. He threw that in the bread bucket. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, even if you go back to the USF game when Josh Moore caught the touchdown, a lot of the balls, like, they either hang in the air or they're super underthrown where they got to wait for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, I think that in that moment, he saw that he could, be the hero. And I'm not saying that to put all blame on him, but if you look at the rest of the 3 games we had, and we had to go down to the end and get a drive, he didn't press not one pass. That was the first time that he pressed the play to me, and that was the one that caused the interception. If you look at Texas A&M, he handed the ball off. If you look at Ohio State, he dipped his shoulder on a play. He took what the defense gave him. Boom, we go down there and score. You look at the Fiesta Bowl, he was throwing down the field, but it was like across the middle. It wasn't like a forced bomb or anything like that. That was the first one where I felt like he got greedy.
Yeah.
And it came back and it bit us. You know what I mean? And that's the part that hurt.
Yes,
that part hurt like I don't know what. That it was just like we was on the 42-yard line. We didn't have to be greedy right there. We didn't have to do it. All we had to do was, maybe get 5 more, 10 more, and just keep marching. And then, you know what I mean? Then Indiana probably cracks. But, I feel like you got greedy, and ultimately I feel bad because you don't come across a Bain and a Mesidor often. You don't come across some of those dudes every often. Those are sometimes once in 10-year players, once in 20, once in 5.
Especially to have 2 of them.
That part hurts.
The thing is not to have one, but not to have one, but to get 2 of them is phenomenal.
At the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time. Like, now I don't know for next year, where are we going to be strong at? And not to say we can't. I just don't know that now. When I say strong, I mean like best in college football. Last year we had Cam Ward, so that was where we were best in college football. Mm-hmm. This year we had the line as a whole, but we had Bain and Mesidor. So my thing is, next year, where is the thing that we have that's going to give everybody trouble? That's what I want to know.
Gotcha.
Like, where's that going to be?
Much love, dog. Yeah, we rolling, man. Hey, we backing up, looking like US1 over here, coming from the campus, dog. So listen, man, appreciate you, man. Great hanging out with you and your brother, man. Much love to you, man. He was out there with the tailgate over there with X and them. Watched the game over there with Melvin Brad. Bro, great meeting you, man. You know what I mean? And hey, this ain't gonna be our last time hooking up, brother.
For sure, man. Meet me at Jasper's, 12.
Hey, 12. Pick me up from the airport. I'm on my way. Much love, dog. Appreciate you, man.
We're gonna do it.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Real quick, Dono, the U229 for the $5. This one hurt bad. Coach couldn't sleep. Love my Canes. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was tough. Tough, man. Let's get the next caller off the line here. The next member here, Bishop Newkirk in the building. Bishop, talk to us.
What's good? What's shaking? Hey, first and foremost, big salute. Nobody thought you would be there. In fact, your fans fought for you to get in there. And then once you got in there, you took it by fire. You were forced by fire. And the bottom line is, it's a huge learning lesson right now, because understand you already put that it was 46 rushing attempts. It's something to be said when you rush the ball, what it does to allow you to take control of the game and put pressure on the other team. On top of that is like we already talked about on that one fatal play. I hope people understand that was Stanetti, the coach, and their defensive coordinator watching film and baited Carson into that. And then on top of that, knowing that Carson doesn't have a tendency to throw it far, and he likes to throw back shoulders and whatnot. So they played single high and faked that and came off of it and was trying to get over the top. And the one guy fell trail because he knew he had help.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the scheming, and that's, Bishop takes rook. But more than anything, I learned something from the U. You never ever let somebody dictate how you supposed to play a game.
That's right.
And that's big salute.
Man, I appreciate that, Bishop. Nah, good words, man. Good words. I think you spot on with that. And you know what I mean? We just got it. God dang, bro. Right in your grasp, bro.
Hey, no, but now, let me just spit this up. I know y'all need, and the Bishop is here, and I was sent for a reason. Now, understand, fire tests are for a reason. We know about the three boys. Understand, nobody else could stand that test but those three boys. Nobody could stand the test like the U. You did. This one is gonna hurt because this was more of, we didn't line everything up and we didn't seize our moment. We didn't do the little things. You cannot have 20 rushes attempts for 4 quarters. You're telling me 5 rushing attempts per quarter is good enough to win a game?
No. And especially that's our bread and butter. That's us.
That's your bread and butter.
That's us.
And see, and it just it would behoove the coaching staff to, now that everything is done, to look in the mirror and actually, when you go over the game, were you aggressive enough with your running game?
Right.
Because understand, when you're in guerrilla trench warfare, you have to, those are your hooks. And that's the one, your right and left hooks is your running game, where it allows you to establish and gain possession of time, where you dictate how the flow of the game goes.
No, 100% though. But Bishop, and hey, nothing you said.
But we talked about it, Coach, and I done broke the game down. And truthfully, the bottom line is, if Miami would have just been Miami and not act like it was a national title game, but just a regular game where you guys run the ball and you pound people and you just you played the game like it's supposed to be played, it's a totally different outcome. But we talked about that first half.
Right.
How many rushing attempts you have?
The first half, I don't know what the first half. I think we looked at it. 7, 8, something like that.
Yeah. And you only had 20 through the game, right. So you only got 13 more.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things that nobody can ever tell you how to go through. This is one of those that you got to trust the process. You got to let it hurt. You got to understand. It's easy to say, wallow in it, but when you, as coaching staff, when you go face it and you tell the truth, look, man, we miss our opportunity, but I will not ever again miss that opportunity.
That's right.
And own it and go win a national title.
There you go. Appreciate it, Bishop. It was actually 12. Right, I just counted 12 rushing attempts in the first half, so we only had 8 in the second half. Yep.
Okay, but it's two. It's first quarter and second quarter, right?
Yeah, I'm saying. We had 13. We had 13. We had 13 in the first half, and then 7 or 12 in the first half, 8 in the second half. So, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yep.
That's so you're telling me, okay, check this out. You said you got 6 rushing attempts per quarter, and then in the second half you got 4 per quarter.
There you go. Yep, it is.
It's not good enough.
Not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Yes, sir.
But hey, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
We'll be talking down the road.
Yes, sir, my man. Appreciate it. Much love. Right. Much love, Bishop in the building. 12, what you got to say to that? Think about that right quick. Just really quickly. Knowing that running the ball is our strong suit, I think every fan, every pundit, from Jimbo Fisher to Nick Saban to Urban Meyer to even Stephen A. Smith. And our calling card is the ground game.
Yeah.
Now, and think about it. It wasn't crazy until that last drive. And if you look at it, on average, five carries per quarter. But if you really break down 6, 6, 4, and 4 on average.
Right.
What do you have to say to that, if anything?
No, I think definitely it's not our identity, and it's a shame. I'm not sure where the coaching staff didn't see that or didn't hear, or I'm sure they watched film. I'm sure they saw what Fletcher was doing, Marty Brown was doing. I know sometimes as coaches we get impatient, but you can't get impatient to that extent. And you can't get impatient to just run the ball up AB gap. For me, and when I was watching the game, off tackle was always open. If you watched any of the games in which Indiana were challenged, and even with the Oregon game, the outside was open. The swing passes to the backs were open. They because they have so many people inside. They play the inside type of zone defense. Sometimes everybody's bunched up. When you spread them out, you go swing, you go flare, you can get yards on them. And it was just a little too late. I'm glad we finally figured it out. I don't know if that would have made a difference, Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we still had our shot. I know someone and still people are saying, "Oh, we're not going to give credit to, 87 whiffing the block." Yeah, that's 7 points. Even with all that's said and done, and still, and the reason why, when I sat back and I thought about it, that's the difference between a Mendoza and a Carson Beck. Really, what the difference is. It's a difference,
bro. That run for the touchdown he made.
Yeah, but also the poise to make that, the poise the patience, and not to put your team in a situation to lose the game, right? He don't put us only to win the game, and that's what he did. Had us lose the game in a sense, and don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not calling Carson Beck garbage. I'm not calling him. Never said that. I'm just saying the money we invested in Carson Beck was for these types of moments, right. And it didn't pan out.
1,000%. Real quick, Ben Marcus, bro, great meeting you, man. Right there on campus, man. Right there outside the campus store. University of Miami got a bunch of my doggone money, but Ben Marcus, great meeting you, man. Much love to you and your family. Safe travels back. Thank you, man. He says, nice to meet you, coach, at campus. Incredible season. Disappointing loss, but we are building. Nobody thought we'd be in the Natty this year. We are ahead of schedule. Let's go Mensa on campus. All right, we're going to talk about that too. All right, let me get back to some of these phone lines on here. 12. You ain't got no shades on, do you? Somebody will look in your eyes.
Not tonight.
What's on your mind?
Hey, 12.
Hello.
Are you cheesing hard?
Yeah, I like that when they say, hey, 12. I love that.
Unfortunately, I can't see you because I'm calling, I'm listening to it from the phone. So
that's okay.
But I can just imagine what those eyes look like. So are you on the line or you called in? Which one is it? Are you on video?
I'm on video. On video.
Oh, I missed those eyes. What's up, coach?
Hold on, I ain't no chopped liver over here to my what's up, coach. I can't get no coach.
So you about to know what I'm about to say, right?
Say your piece. Let me give you your 2 minutes. Go for it.
I do know.
You can't be tired of me. Somehow I told you so, just don't quite say it, right? I've been telling you all along, if the game came down to him, you weren't gonna win, and you got what you got. Now you see why I can't stand him, right?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just look at, to your point, I will give you your flowers, Black Butterfly, and say, yes, you were right. I mean, that's all I can say. You were right. You know, however, I will say this. Hold on, I'm gonna give him. There you go.
When they gave that boy $4 million, they did not do their research.
Well, listen, I ain't never mad at whatever a man negotiates and he gets, he deserves it, because guess what? Y'all gave it to him. But here's what I will say. I believe from a coaching perspective, the team was let down because, to your point, if you see that tendency in a player, don't put the player in that position. That's how I look at it.
But you said, and I agree, it's 40 seconds in a game. You ain't got that much time to run the ball down. That was a great play. The problem is you got the quarterback that you have.
And that's why
any other quarterback would have made that play.
And that's why you run it earlier. And that's why you run it earlier. So he's not in that situation.
Let me just say this, because you're cutting into my 2 minutes. What Bishop said was right. Indiana did this defensive player did watch film and did their research. Because if you go back and look at it, that boy was sitting there waiting for that ball. They baited him, and he played right into it. And I think it was number 10 who was running, was the wide receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even know the ball was coming because he wasn't even looking back. But if you look at that Indiana player, he was looking back. He was expecting the ball to come there, right where it was.
Can't argue with you. Can't argue with you.
And he has, and I want y'all to stop saying this because I cringe every time y'all say this. Well, he's a 2-time national champion. He a 2-time national champion sitting on the bench. He wasn't playing. So please stop saying he was a 2-time national champion. He was 2-time national champion sitting on the bench. Last year was his first, the year before he came out. Last year was his first year starting. Technically, this is his second year starting. So it's just like he a sophomore. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't fight you, baby. You're right. You're right.
But he's a sophomore with problems. The 2 things that he's consistent at. He's consistent at throwing the ball to the other team, and he's consistent at being inconsistent. Those are the 2 things that he's consistent at. And the fact that all Georgia fans that you talk to were happy to see him gone, that should have told y'all something. No, y'all talking about he was a 2-time national championship, came from Georgia. Yeah, 2-time national championship player sitting on the bench. So please stop saying that.
You got it. Well, Black Butterfly, I love you. You know I do. We're gonna be in the Discord.
When? Because I got motorcycle.
I know, but it won't be tonight. I ain't gonna lie, Coach beat up. But we're gonna definitely chop it up. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all give it up, Black.
Let me leave it on a positive note, though.
Okay.
Let me leave it on a positive note. Miami deserved to be there last night. They did. They played hard, and they were still in the game all the way up into that 40 seconds. That game could have went anyway. 2 things that I felt like that really, really hurt y'all. Your kicker and your quarterback. Because had your kicker made that field goal, because I said it then, when he missed it, when he went boing, I was like, that's going to come back to hunt them. Yeah.
I appreciate
but
that.
Y'all deserve to be there. Y'all played hard. You were always in the game. It was never a blowout. And that's what a national championship game is supposed to be like. That was a good game. And it could have went either way.
I appreciate that.
I agree.
I appreciate that.
I agree.
All right. Thanks, Black Butterfly. As always, baby. Appreciate you.
Thank
Bye,
you. Thank you.
B12.
Bye, baby
B-Dog.
girl. Yeah, have a good one.
You too.
Will do. Don't hate, Coach. What's wrong with you, man?
So she didn't say bye, Coach. She said bye.
It's okay. It don't matter. That's how it goes sometimes.
It's all good. I understand. Real quick. You know what, man? It's funny. I'll just say this quickly. She made a great point about the kicker.
Mhm.
When I saw our ball hit that upright and go out, remember their kicker hit the upright and it went in.
Mhm.
When I say the ball was bouncing their way every way possible, and it happens, it does happen. I knew this gonna be an uphill battle. We on some ice skates trying to get up Mount Everest. Like I say, man, we got to be perfect here on out. I'm just saying, I've been in those games where, you know, the football is oblong. It always bounced that way, literally, when they say the ball bounced that way. And I say, man, we hit the upright, miss it. They hit the upright, it goes in. You know what I mean? I'm like, God almighty. And our kicker got plenty of leg. I mean, he was clear. It just, golly, bro. But anyway, let's get to the next caller here.
Yeah, I don't want people thinking I got to see some of the comments that's saying Beck don't deserve this and stuff like that. I think you know what happens for the most part, and even if it's not the quarterback, when you win, the quarterback gets the praise, right? When you lose, oftentimes it's going to be on the quarterback. But this one was more was literal. This one was on Carson Beck, to be honest with you, towards the end of this game. And I'm just trying to remember, Coach, because I haven't watched the play again. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When he dropped back, did he automatically look to his left, or did he look down the field, or he looked to his right? He stared him down, didn't he?
I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I've been on the road, been moving. I haven't even looked at the replay, the condensed. I have a condensed version, but I haven't seen. I haven't. They're only showing the replay from the ball in the air, but not from the. I didn't see that.
And the reason why, and somebody can tell me in the chat, because I haven't watched it, because I was just so teed off about it. But as soon as he dropped back, the safety took 2 read steps and just started going to the left. So I don't know if remember you had Malley. And you had I think it was Daniels on the right-hand side.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. He dropped back. He looked straight. Let me see. Oh, that was a pass. That was the roughing the passer. Let me see here.
Ball he stared him down. That's what I thought. Yeah, he stared him down. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm looking at the play right here.
Yeah.
Drop back. He kind of looked middle of the field and then worked it. I mean, it was a cover 2 anyway, because if I'm looking at the play, the safety plays 1 high. He shows a 1 high look. He's standing right on the 6 of 2026. That's in the middle of the field. He's sitting in the middle of the field. What he does, snap of the ball, he turn and bail. The ball, like, I'm not even worried about the safety. If you launch that ball out there, the safety doesn't make that play. He's got the bad angle. Now, he could probably break it up, but he won't pick it like 22 did because he underthrew it. He didn't account for the number 22 insulating the route. But this is where Beck makes a problem. It's a single receiver side. So there's nothing to hold him like a out route or anything. So he's going to insulate that route. Even though it's cover 2, he's going to insulate that route because he has no other threat. If he launches it, number 1 has no chance. I'm looking at the play right now. But anyway, go ahead and we can push on.
Yeah, no, so I just want to say that. And again, let me just make sure I don't, people are saying number 87, I'm gonna say it. He has to take some blame. That was one of the laziest plays I've ever seen in my life. That was a lazy play. It's lazy, man. That's not D1 football play right there. I don't know what he didn't even shove him out the way. He let him go. And yeah, that was a momentum shifter in the game. I mean, we got to be honest. So I'm not saying Beck 100%. But again, the difference between when you have
you should get what you pay for. You should get what you pay for.
When you have your star players is when Michael Jordan has the ball in his hand. I'm not comparing Beck to Jordan. But my point is when you have these type of quarterbacks, if it was Peyton Manning, whoever was in college, and they're driving down the field, you have a sense of relief knowing that, hey, they're going to get this job done. And it just didn't get done.
I'll say this to you, 12. If Marion was wide open and both of those guys fell to the ground, that ball is still incomplete.
Yeah, the ball be short.
Ball is still incomplete. Even though Marion wasn't looking, if that ball is up in the air, he tracks it, maybe incomplete or whatever. But he could been throwing that ball on air, and it still would have been 3 yards short. Marion would have never touched it. It was that short. But anyway, let's get to the next caller. Oh, we got a good one on here. We got Miss Louetta Wilson with the Wilson Report. Louetta, talk to us. How you doing today?
I'm hot, Coach Hayes.
Uh-oh, slow down. Drinking some cane juice. Louetta, drink some cane juice.
Well, first of all, I really think if this game had been played somewhere else, Miami would have won.
Mm.
I think they did better playing away than home. And I've always heard players say it's a lot harder, especially in a big championship game at home, than it is away. With all the hoopla and the tickets and the family and all that stuff, it seems to be would have been maybe even better if they played somewhere else. And the second thing is, who beat Georgia in the playoffs?
Was it Indiana?
Was it Ole Miss?
Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss.
And who beat Ole Miss?
Miami.
I think Miami did. Yeah, thank you. Okay. The third thing is the Carson Beck bashing has to stop.
Okay.
And the whole comment about that's $4 million. Well, would you pay him $1? Would it be better for you? I mean, this is the way the system is set up. And I agree. I think it needs to be changed. I mean, I think players should get paid for sure. But if you're going to pay a player, and that's how the system works, they need to change the system. Because paying a player like that and bashing him after the game that he loses, that just is not fair. And that's what I'm hot about.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Louetta. I'm going to let V12 respond because I've always said you get what you negotiate. If that's what Beck negotiated and that's what Miami paid him, well, then guess what? That's what Miami paid him.
Why are you bashing Beck?
No. So I'm going to let V12
for doing it then.
Good job. That's what I'm. So, Coach, you overpaid. You paid Mercedes-Benz prices for a Volvo SE 12. What you got to say in response to
I Miss Wilson. I'm a Wilson as well. We got to check our ancestry because it could be my aunt, my sister. You never know. Oh yeah.
Wilson?
Yeah. So tell anybody. Yeah. So we have no. So let's put the money aside. Since as a starting quarterback, I mean, there's a comfort level in, your quarterbacks, and these are the games that your quarterback's supposed to shine. And I made the comparison to Mendoza, and I'm not saying Mendoza's the world beater because he's getting paid too. But at the end of the day, when Mendoza didn't lose the game for his team, right? And I'm not saying it's all on Carson, but when it mattered, when we call it clutch time, we call this the final drive. These are what legends are made of, right? The Elways, the Peyton Mannings, the Joe Burrows, the Caleb Williams, all those young men who were in the Cam Wards. We go down this field and we make that play, and that's a national championship for Miami. So again, I'm not calling Carson Beck. I never said he can't play. I just think that, like anything else, we know how it goes when, especially in a game like this.
But Cam Ward didn't take the team to the playoffs.
No, Cam Ward had our offense was good, our defense wasn't. So I think that was a different. That's a different type.
That's not the player's fault. That's the coach's fault.
I'm not. What I'm saying is, it's a difference. I mean, even if you think about it, to be honest with you, Carson was actually insulated this pretty much the entire time as well. Like, we gave Carson a lot of help during the season to get us to this point. So he wasn't slinging the ball throwing for 300-400 yards, 20 touchdowns. Our run game really, really settled Carson back down and really propelled us moving forward. He can play. I just think that, in that situation, we have to be able to cash in and win that game. There's nowhere around it.
Big time plays.
There's nowhere around it. And that doesn't mean, again, I'm not saying he's not a good player. We're just saying, hey, in that situation, whose hands are you going to have it in? It has to be in your quarterback's hands, literally. And
I'll say this in conclusion as we roll real quick, kind of to both sides of this, not to be political, but 12 actually said something earlier. We have to also remember when things go great, leaders get the praise. When things go bad, leaders get the criticism, right? And so that comes with being a leader, right? Mario Cristobal hasn't tackled, hasn't called a play, hasn't done anything. And when it goes great, he is the coach that is going to hoist the trophy up, right? Remember when we won the Fiesta Bowl? Corey Heatherman ain't host no trophy up. Shannon Dawson don't host the trophy up. Mario Cristobal hoists the trophy up. And in bad times, he has to take the criticism. And it's the same thing that comes with quarterback play, right? I'm going to show you a prime example. Who won the game for Indiana, Ms. Wilson? Who won the game for them? Who sealed the deal?
Oh, I think when they got off the bus, I knew they were going to win.
No, but who sealed the deal in the game? No, but who in the game? Who sealed the deal for Indiana for them to get the win?
Mendoza.
Nope.
I guess. I don't know.
The cornerback, number 22, who picked the ball off. That sealed the game. Right?
Just like Fitzgerald did. Was it Fitzgerald that did the one at Ole Miss?
Exactly. Guess who the first person they interviewed? The head coach, and the second person was the quarterback. And then Fitzgerald. So with comes the good, also comes the bad, and they have to be able to weather both storms. So I get where you're coming from.
I get that. I don't mind criticizing the player. I just don't like the idea if you put money into it. That bothers me.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
And I take it.
That's not the player's fault. That's the way the system is working right now. Right. If you can come up with a better plan, then please implement it. But saying he got $4 million for this, that's wrong. That's just wrong. Putting the money on his head, that's just wrong, because that's the way the system is. That's the way capitalism is. That's the way it is.
It is. I love it.
So, stop putting the money on. If you want to say he had a bad game, that's fine, because he was wonderful, though, at the Ole Miss game. He was worth $4 million then, wasn't he?
What?
My point.
He was working.
That money just bothers me when y'all say that stuff. Okay, I feel better, man. Thank you for giving me the time to get it off my chest.
Yes, ma'am.
And go Canes for next year. Canes. And I still think Carson Beck deserves praise, and the whole team deserves praise.
Yes, ma'am.
Right about that.
Y'all clap it up for Ms. Wilson, the Wilson Report. Okay. She's going to be giving us reports from the game. Thank you so much.
I love it.
Bye now.
All right. I think that's my auntie, man. I mean, I think I got to find out.
Auntie Lucy.
Auntie Lucy. I think that's my auntie.
Auntie Lou in the building. But here's what I'll say.
Hey, she said, "I'll put the money in it, huh?"
But
keep the money out of it.
And that's why I want people to understand.
I like that.
As Carson Beck, right? You have to remember. I've always said this: the head coach gonna get interviewed first. The quarterback. I don't care who. We saw Clemson intercept that ball against Ohio State for the national championship. Who they went to? They went to Dabo. They went to Trevor Lawrence. Then they talked to that dude later. When Bryce Fitzgerald intercepted that ball at the end, when Jacoby Thomas intercepted that ball at the end, who did they go to? They went to Mario Cristobal, Carson Beck, then those guys. And that's just what it is. But no, to her point, that's what I was saying. I'm not mad. If Carson Beck got $4 million, that's what he negotiated. That's what they paid for. Then that's on you. You understand? But anyway, it's your job to do your due diligence and vet these people. Let's keep rocking, man. We got to keep going. Oh, godly. Come on, Mo. You got 2 minutes, Mo. Talk to it. What's on your mind, brother? We got to stick to the 2 minutes, y'all. We backing up in this joint. What's up, baby?
Yeah, I'm good. First of all, I just want to say, man, hats off to both of those teams, man. That was a hell of a game. A hell of a college football season. Nobody thought, including you, diehard Miami Hurricanes fans, that Miami would have been in the national championship this year, and definitely nobody thought Indiana would be there. That's just it is what it is, man.
I don't know now.
But and hats off to you ladies callers. They talk with the most sense out of everybody, Miss Wilson and Butterfly. Once again, you get on here, people get on here talking about Carson Beck, 2-time or 1-time champion. Again, y'all knew that guy was on the sideline. Butterfly stole my thunder with that one, man. Y'all knew that guy was on the sideline, but it is what it is. And look, here's my deal. Hey, y'all did the best y'all could do, man. I mean, now you got to win all phases of the game. You lost the special teams part with the block punt. They wouldn't even in a block punt for formation and got the punt block. But the play before that, and I called it out in my sports group that I was in. Tony should have. When I was returning punts at Troy State, you put your heels on the 10, and when the ball goes over your head, you don't feel the punt. He filled the punt inside the 5, trying to make a play, and that pinch all back, and that was the cause, and the effect was a block punt. When you do one thing, the other thing happens. But again, good game, man. Clawing back in it like that. Because one thing about it, when you play against a coach like that, coach for Indiana, if he get a chance to step on your throat, he gonna step on it. And he never got a chance. He never got a chance to run up the score on y'all like he would love to do. If he had a chance to run up the score, he was gonna run the score. So shout out to Miami clawing back, making it a great game. As far as Carson Beck at the end, y'all know what kind of quarterback he had. That is the main reason why when y'all played SMU and you had about the same amount of time left, what did he do? Drop to the knee and let's go into overtime. Instead of putting your $4 million Corvette out there and showing us what you got. You know what you had. And my thing of it is now, you want to say, well, we should have ran the ball more. We should have ran the ball more. Well, if y'all was just going to run the ball 70% out of 100, then what y'all going to get him for? Y'all could have started Emory to hand the ball off and to do play action and all that, but you don't play with your homegrown talent. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna you let these recruits like Mendoza get out of Miami. He's from Miami. That cornerback for Indiana that had a hell of a game, he's from Miami. So once again, you talk out of both sides of your mouth when it comes to this Miami thing. I don't know. Y'all done got to the point now where it's a portal QB every year. I hear nice things about Luke Nichols. He'll be the next one in the portal because y'all ain't gonna give him a shot. So I mean, what was Beck? What did y'all think Beck was? I mean, he's not even 100% from his injury. The balls looked like punts all year. Anytime he threw it deep, the guy C.J. Daniels made a miraculous catch against Notre Dame. That could have been a pick. Right. So again, whatever you accept in the win, you gotta accept in the loss. Great season change, and I'm just proud of y'all, man. I mean, that was a hell of a display right there of, I mean, golly, man. Oh, and one more thing. That first half, those guys won the battle of the trenches. Miami had 18 yards in the first quarter. I sat right there and watched 2 possessions in a row, 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and 2. And guess who won the water line? Indiana. And that's supposed to have been the strong course for Miami. So, and that 4th down and 1, I don't know how Fletcher got it, but Fletcher made a hell of a game. And if you take away that 60-yard touchdown that he had, then you really only had like 50 yards rushing. Indiana stuck to the run. Anytime Miami would put Indiana behind the sticks, like on the first down with a sack, what they do? They'll come back and run the ball and get 8 yards right back.
100%.
So they stuck to the formula more than Miami did with that.
Sir.
So, but once again, man, great year for Malachi Tony, great year for the Canes. I just don't know how y'all gonna replace all these big time boys y'all had on the DL and OL and whatever. But hey,
I'll tell you this right quick, Mo, in closing. It ain't tricking if you got it. That's how we replace them. Anyway, Mo, much love, dog. We're going to chop it up some more, man. We backed up in this thing, man.
I enjoy it, dog, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. And Mo, one more thing. None of our players on the DL.
Man, next call in the building. Y'all boys shout out to Mo in the building. Man, we got Shock in the building. Shock, talk to us, baby.
What's up, Coach? What's up, Trav?
What's up now?
Much love to y'all. I'm just giving a quick vent out, man. before I get into my little football analysis like everybody else, just real quick, I want to start off with saying I'm just really proud of them young men, first of all, before all this other stuff, man. Malachi got the heart of a lion out there. The man played like he 280 instead of 180. Big Rube, I was so hurt for Rube last night when I seen him hugging his brother and his mama there, man. I was hurt for the young man, man. So first of all, I'm just proud and hurt for them boys. I'll start with that first of all. I ain't gonna limit too much, Coach. You right about attacking them edges. Feel like we should have stuck with that a little bit more. We definitely. I told you the last time I called here, Coach. I don't know if you recall. I ain't just talking about. I told you, Shamar Brown ain't do nothing this year to get his carries and his playing time cut. Man, it's ridiculous that
Marty Brown, yeah.
3 carries last night. That young man ain't do nothing for him to not play this year. Big up to Fletcher. Fletcher should too, but Marty Brown's supposed to play, man. He's supposed to play.
I thought he'd have been a great change of pace, Shaka. He got such a nasty jump cut in the hole. He would have been such a great change of pace.
It's ridiculous that man ain't played more than he has, man. He catches the ball well. He pass protects. Nothing you can say against the kid. Only thing you can say, he don't run a 4.3. He might not go 80 yards, but outside of that, at the end of the day, the whole thing about the coaching staff, I somewhat agree, but to me, man, ain't nobody perfect. I do feel like on Dawson end, all that he should be fired. I think that's BS. He ain't perfect, no doubt. But with that said, like it was a 3rd and 2, and I think it was some 3rd and shorts where I felt we should have went against the grain a little bit and did some atypical stuff instead of like. To show you an example, I don't know if y'all recall, it was a 3rd and 5 Indiana had and a 3rd and 8 where they turned around and ran dives and picked up them first downs on a 3rd and 5 and a 3rd and 8. So obviously that's not what we was expecting. But I just feel like on a 3rd and 2, for example, everybody knowing America what we do, we gonna turn around and hand the ball to Fletcher up the A-gap. Like go against the grain a little bit, do something different, man. Like I know if I'm a DC in that situation against us, I'm putting my chips in that we're gonna turn around and get the ball to Mark up the middle of the field. Like that's what I call it into what I'm gonna call. Like it's not rocket science, man. Like,
there you go.
And that's what they did. You know, I just think we should have went against the grain a little bit a couple of times. But outside of that, and I'll leave y'all with this, man.
Yes, sir.
No disrespect to the last lady that called, but at the end of the day, God bless Beck and all that. Have a great life, but 12, I agree with you. At the end of the day, we can go back and no one play loses any football game. We can go out and point all these different areas of the game. But at the end of the day, bro, you the quarterback with the ball in your hands. You got the error on the side of caution. First of all, Coach, you said something about you ain't had no problem with the play call, but the execution. I halfway agree with you. Like, first of all, that wasn't the only route on that play call. Malachi was actually open underneath. If you go back and watch the play, there was other people running routes on the play first and foremost. But if capital letters if you're gonna throw that deep ball, you put it out there where either your receiver makes a miraculous catch or it's incomplete. But you don't throw the ball 10 yards underneath inside.
Correct.
He just threw the man the ball, Coach.
That's why I said I ain't mad at the call. It's the execution. Whether it's a check down to Mally, whether you lay it out there. Hell, even if he threw that ball on the line, but put it out there. You understand? He threw it short on the line.
You got an error on the side of the car. What I'm saying is, oh man,
trust your guy. That's all we're saying. Trust your guy to go make a play. But Shaka, we got to run, dog.
Give him a chance, Coach. Give him a chance. Like,
that's it.
You're a young man, but at 23 years old in college football, in the big picture of things, you're a kid. But bro, you gotta. You old enough to know that, man. You old enough to know you don't float the ball up inside under.
Correct.
Put it out there, man. You old enough to know
that's
that,
it.
bro. That's all
I love it, dog.
I just feel like he stole the opportunity from his teammates. I feel like he stole the chance.
That's tough,
to go out there and be great. And
I appreciate it, Shaka. Let me rock though, dog. We got to roll.
Much love, Coach.
Much love, brother. Listen, I know everybody's hurt. Here's what one thing I want to say.
You all day still though. You all day
Yeah,
still.
I want people to understand this. I don't want to
understand this. I'm people to understand this.
Huh?
No, go ahead. That's what you dog.
Yeah, you talking about? You sleepy?
Go ahead, man. It's a little quick. Go ahead.
I want people to know just quickly. I don't think Carson Beck did this intentional. I'm not saying that's what Shaka was saying. I mean, I don't think no one out there that had on a U on the side of their helmet intentionally tried to mess up. I don't think Mark Fletcher intentionally whiffed on that block on the blitzing linebacker. I don't think the Bowman intentionally whiffed the block on the punt or dropped the pass. It is football. You understand? So I just want people to kind of get that piece out their mind. I just want, you know what I mean? I just want to say that. I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, 12. Talk to us.
I think so. We got, listen, I think here's what, at the end, when we look at a silver lining, and look, I think everyone has laid it out tremendously. No one thought we would be in this game. They were even though there was 8.5, 7, everybody was saying we were going to get mollywopped. And so the U has shown a lot. And when Mario said the U is here, there's a question, where's the state of the program go from here? I think the sky's the limit, right? We were playing with house money. We 10-2, everyone. We play with house money, okay? We got Mally coming back. It's Fletch say he coming back. Who else? We got a few other people coming back. So the nucleus is there. Who doesn't? Somebody just said that Mally got the heart of a lion. I think it was Mo. Who doesn't want to play? Bro, let me tell you something. I'm watching the game with some Marylanders and some ladies who never really know. And they were like, no, who's number 10? Number 10 is a winner. And so, hey, when they say, don't cry for me, Argentina, don't cry for Miami, right? Don't cry for me, Argentina. You know what I mean? Don't cry for you like that one, coach, huh? Don't cry for Miami. We're going to be okay. We're going to get this quarterback room solidified, and then we're going to move. So guess what? We got the ACC championships in our minds, and we'll be back to the playoffs. They're going to open it up to 16, and we'll be, or even if it's 12 again, we'll be back. So don't fret, fans. Don't fret. We'll be back. Now, I'm not saying back to the Natty. We will be in the playoffs again. And I want to call it next year. I want to get our quarterback situation straightened out. I think we'll be back.
Definitely. Real quick. Fire for Effect 499. Thank you so much. And also, Rich. I don't know what that is. Rich Ikes 499. Apologize. Man, hold up. They ain't one of my players. That's like one of my former players up there, man. We need to be worrying about getting a solid kicker more than anything. Man, hey, Rich, give me a thumbs up if that's who I think it is, man. I had to look at the picture. What up? What looking like? Hey, man, hit me with a thumbs up. All right, let's get the next one on here. We got Rocky on the line. Listen, if you are a member, you get to skip the line. So I know some people that have called in. If you're not a member, then that's unfortunate right now, but you do get to skip the line. So I know you guys have been holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane, but just hold tight. We'll get to you. Rocky, talk to us. What's going on?
Man, shout out to Coach Hayes and D12, man, for giving us this platform to come and talk Canes football.
Appreciate
for all
you,
these
man.
years. Into the season. Feels like old times, fellas. What's going on?
And we here to rock and roll. Talk to us.
Man, B12, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Coach Hayes messed me all up. He messed me up. I spent one Discord session with this guy, and then last night I'm watching this football game. And Coach, you remember this? I'm watching how this team in Indiana is lining up.
That's right.
With the offset back behind Fernando Mendoza, and I'm sitting there looking at the play, going inside zone, Puerto Rico, release, Puerto Rico,
pass release, Puerto Rico.
Damn, Coach, damn if you weren't right, because 99% of the time when they line that back behind Mendoza offset, it was the inside zone, or when they line him up alongside Mendoza. You know, it was a release, or it was a chip with a release or something like that. Man, you nailed it, Coach. You nailed it.
I appreciate that, man. That's why I try to tell people, man. That's why I'm your favorite coach, man. This is what we do. And I'm not saying that, golly, that sounds like the most conceited thing. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to convey to people that football is not that hard. Rocky, we literally was in there. I showed y'all something. And I said, when you watch this game, you're going to feel like an expert because you're going to see it's right there. It's in there for you. And did Indiana do, like you said, 99%, did Indiana do anything different than what we saw?
No.
And let me ask you this.
Plays.
If you had a 99% chance, would you take 99% of anything, opportunity to win something?
Yeah.
That's how
But you can't make the mistakes that we did last night. The thing that beat us last night was our own mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just what I think. The penalties, the timely times that we've had all year, the special teams breakdowns, the missed field goal, the block punt, that was the difference in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Beginning 100%. Of the game, everybody wants to pick on Shannon Dawson and Carson Beck. Look, Shannon Dawson didn't do anything wrong. He called the same game he did all year. I think they stunned us a little bit early, and we were a little bit tougher than what they thought we were going to be up front. Credit to them. But Carson Beck was the same guy we knew he was coming in. He had made those throws, lofting them up, underthrowing people all year long. Mm-hmm. And when he let that ball go, man, I said, oh crap. Right when he let that ball go, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Because I just think it was a bad play call at the end of the game. I didn't think they should have went that way. Who knows what really happened? We heard Shannon Dawson and Coach Cristobal talk about it. Right call, bad ball placement. That ball is either got to be caught or thrown out of bounds. You can't give the defenders a chance to get to that ball. Point blank period. You can't underthrow shit like that.
My man.
Defense played a hell of a game, except for a couple of bad penalties. They kept us in it early when the offense wasn't doing squat. I thought we woke up late. I thought we played a C game. Anything I'm missing?
No,
well,
yeah. Man, the defense, man. Oh my gosh, the defense. And that's one thing, Rocky. The state of the program, like I said, I think we had a schedule. But my only concern is, are we going to be able to put it together like this next year? I mean, because they say defense wins championships, and God darn it, we almost got it with our defense. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. So we got to figure this thing out, man.
The only thing I'll say, Rocky, I'm sorry, right? The only thing I'll say defensively, there's two instances that I really have an issue with. One, that 4th and 5 with the quarterback. I would have sold out on the quarterback, beat me. He's not going to beat me. He's going to have to throw that ball to beat me. And second, we played so loose, knowing that back shoulder throws and back shoulder fade balls was a staple of their offense. I would have created the off-time throw by not giving them a lot of cushion. Just show press, show it and bail. Give them different looks. Just don't line up perfectly in it. Punch them in the chest and get out of there. You know what I mean? Squat over the top. Just give them different looks.
Coach, they made the adjustment. They made the adjustment in the second half, trying to bait those throws. They were playing off in the first half, giving Mendoza that quick throw, easy access, and then later in the game they tried to bait him. But yeah, I agree with you, man. You got to be ready for it. You should have scouted it all week. You knew they were going to come with the back shoulder throw. You had to play the right technique, and it just didn't work out for us. B12, listen, I talked about this earlier as far as next year. Look, I said this. It's not going to be a step back, because I think we got a lot of talent on this team, and we're going to get more. But I think it's going to be a step down, because you can't just recreate what Bain and Messador did this season on the defensive line. That's a one of a kind. I mean, those are the best two ends in the country this year, in my humble opinion. So you're not gonna be able to duplicate that. That said, I think it's still a talent enough team to get to the playoffs. I don't know about a national championship, because I think next season is going to be kind of transition, because we got to develop some guys, and we're not going to bring in as many in the portal. That said, we got some studs, but it's I think you're going to see him grow as the year goes on. The only thing about next year is facing 9 games and them damn ACC reps.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Rocky, real fast. Let me ask you this, because we were just talking about someone is talking about us not giving our homegrown QBs a shot. Number one, do you want Mensah, or would you like Nickel and Emery to get a shot to run this team, to drive the Cadillac?
For the amount of dollars you got invested in your roster, V12, I think you're obligated to go get an experienced QB. Just from that standpoint.
Okay, so I know my auntie said don't worry about money. So do you give Mensa 10 million? That deal that he for you, so you think 10 million for Mensa to come to Miami, or with the talent that we have? Hold on. Go ahead, Rocky. Go ahead.
No, here's what I'll say. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your question.
No, yeah, and so, or with the talent that we have, we have Nickel or Emory surrounded by Malachi Fletcher, some other guys coming in. Do you not give those guys a shot and save that money for that high price, maybe another wide out to help Malley or another running back to help Fletcher, who that dog that Coach Hayes we're looking for, that person who can hit the gas and take a step and go?
Nah, I don't think so, V12, because quarterback is too important a position in college football. And if you're making, and you don't want to take that big of a step back, because if you go with Nickel, you're basically conceding the playoff run, because he's gonna have to develop, right? And I don't think you can go, you might be able to go, 7-7. I'm sorry, you might be able to go, 8-5, 8-4, 9-3 with him. But I just think with where we are right now and the trajectory of the program and all the momentum, I think you got to go spend money on a quarterback. And I think look, we just made a whole lot of money for this playoff run. So we got the money. Bain and Messidor coming off the books, other players coming off the books. So we got money opening up. I think you go get the dude and put him behind center, man. That's what I think you do.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Rocky. Appreciate you, baby, as always, man. Real quick.
Coach Hayes, I got one question, man. What you got in that cup tonight? Got a couple Alka-Seltzer in there, man?
No,
don't lie.
Hey, cane juice cancels cane juice. Always remember that, baby. Here's my last thing I'm going to say to you, Rocky. Remember we were in the Discord, and I said, what did I tell you about their defense? What do? They squat to the single receiver side. Safety goes over the top. They play basically cover 3. If you look at that last play, they squat. Marion was a single receiver. They squat with 22. They brought the safety from the middle of the field over the top. Remember we called cloud coverage?
Over the top.
Remember we talked about cloud coverage? That's all it really was.
That's all it was. And they did it all night.
Maybe it was a quarter, half.
And look, you got to give it. It's just what we saw on film, Coach. Look, their spots, especially in the middle, like for a slot guy, for Tony, they were just just like you saw, they were in the right spots.
Right. So we'll talk, Rocky. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna break this game down just like we did the other one. See if our tendency is still right. Rocky, much love. I gotta run, though.
All right, Coach. All right, V12.
My man.
All right. They say Emory going. Emory going to ECU. Is what they're saying. Emory going. Okay.
I saw something about JoJo. Did he jump in the portal? I don't know. I heard that, but I saw that. I don't know. But I'll just say this: they were playing some cover 6, quarter, half, right? Cover 4 and cover 2, so they call it cover 6 because it's a combination of 4 and 2. Some people call it quarter, half. But anyway, we could definitely talk about that. But if you look at that last play, and we said in the Discord, they're gonna squat to the single receiver side, meaning play 2 to that side. A guy gonna come over the top, so you can't just hit him to death. That's what they were doing to us, but we weren't doing that. But we'll talk about that, man. Listen, 12. I got your message, so whenever let me know. Yeah. I got to run through these guys. We got too many. I'm gonna cut the phone line off right now because it's just too many people right now on here, and I know everybody want to speak their piece. And I got Get Down Brown, Mike Lowry, and then the rest are non-members. So we're gonna go and run through these deals. Get Down. I'm sorry. Get Down. You coming up right after Stretch over here. Talk to a Stretch. Got 2 minutes.
How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling blessed, man. My cousin, they dropped a picture of my cousin with the number 1 on in the middle of the field. He coming in next year. We was missing a lot of speed and it looked like our boys was tired. Like we didn't play football yesterday. We didn't play Miami football yesterday. And I'm not mad at them because there was a lot of things going on down there. That's what happens when parents talking about they want to send their kid off to another place where there's not that many distractions. Miami is a beautiful place, a wonderful place, and it has a lot of things for you to do. And so if you don't lock in and stay focused on the mission, you know, things can happen. As we know, Fitzgerald was down there in the little spot and got robbed. You know what I mean? It's things like that can throw your mantra off. And so for me sitting back watching it, I don't want to accept that we got there, but it's reality. You know what I mean? We didn't win the chip. You know, it could have been a Cinderella story, but it is what it is. And, you know, they ran that 3-5-3 defense on us, and they fake blitzed on us. They faked us out all night. They played mind games with us. And Carson Beck, if we had a dual threat quarterback, we'd have won that game. Carson Beck they tried to put the ball in Carson Beck's hands, and they made some bad calls when they were stunting and twisting, and they're trying to run dive plays and miss some bad throws. It just, everybody was off, man. It just was off. You know, it just looked like it was just a long season, man. That's a long season, man. 16 games is a long season, man. And you got to have your boys locked in. You know, you hear Sanetti, the way he talked when he was at that pep rally last night. You can hear what he was saying. So where we at. We're not here. We're not there. We're right where we are. And we need to capitalize on what the game is about now. It's about the portal, making your team strong, keeping guys home. You know, you got some new guys coming in. They're going to do their thing. And we just got to believe in the program because it's going upward. You know, we can't go down from here, not the way we played in the last 16 games. And so, you know, the game kind of looked like the same game happened with the Louisville game and the SMU game. Our offense stalled out, and our defense gave up too many plays at bad moments. You know what I mean? It was 91 plays on the field. That's a lot of plays.
Yeah. You have it. So, 12, anything you got to say?
No, man. Great observation. You know, it's interesting because we normally say we don't have any expectations. Now we've had a taste of what it can be like. And so there's going to be a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure on this team, on the coaching staff, whoever comes in as quarterback. Mally and Mark Fletcher are going to have to carry this load going into next year. And I know during the offseason we'll talk, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm proud of the Canes. I mean, it was a phenomenal run. You know, there are no trophy for second place. At the end of the day, we earned our people would talk about the U just to talk about us, nostalgic. But now this season we've proven, hey, you know, like Mario said, we're here and we'll continue to get better, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I want to say this too. You know, we BTA'd a lot of people. You know what I mean? and we wasn't supposed to do that. You know, the way they talked about us and how they talked about us and what the film say and our tendencies and all these things that we knew if these things happened, we was going to lose that game. You know what I mean? But we had a chance to win the game.
Sure.
And like you said the night when y'all went live, we had a chance to. That was his chance for his stock to rise. He's a Florida boy. He's from Duval. I ain't got nothing wrong with Carson B. You know what I mean? But you went through a lot of mental adversity. The camera was on you on the sideline, and you didn't look like you wanted to win. You looked like you had anxiety. Like, remember this, people. When you see a quarterback, and I'm doing 7-on-7 right now, I got about 5-6 quarterbacks that coming through my program. They have to have a killer mindset. It's got to be short-term memory. And that's the kind of quarterback we need to get going in the future. The Gino Torettos and the Ken Dorses and the Erickson.
Gotcha.
And the Cam Wards.
And the Cam Wards.
I love it, Stretch.
But no, the reason why I ain't bringing it up because he was there last night. I mean, not last night. I'm off tonight. But he was there. He had his whole family there. He's a Cane through and through. Do you not understand the kind of cane juice that circulates in these people's bloods and our bloods? And you know what? I got on my social media platform and I called out all them Florida boys. And you know what them Florida boys, they wanted us to win. Everybody want us to be back. And I've been telling you this the last 2 years, how we've been going, how we've been pursuing certain top 300s.
There you go. All right. There it is. I got to run, Matt. I got to. I love you, dog. You know that. We got more shows coming.
That like 35, 95, 595, 826, the Turnpike, whatever, Okeechobee, you everywhere. US 1, everything backed up right now.
This thing backed up like 60 seconds over.
Backed up like Coach Hayes.
I'm a little backed up too because the cane juice got me stuck.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
I don't have nothing with you. My Chicago Bears lost and my Miami Hurricanes lost, but right now I'm in good spirits. I'm very optimistic about the future. I love the way I've been feeling all year about football, and it doesn't get no worse, so it gets greater.
There you go.
Football's back.
Much love.
Football's back in the city.
12, damn it.
Hey, listen.
That's ball. I knew that was ball game. Yes, go ahead. You did that on purpose. Hey, I've been around you too long, boy. I've been around you too long.
My time is up, everybody. Look, we'll be back on. Like I said, I made a promise. I'm coming back on because Rocky said they don't see me in the off season. If y'all want me on here in the off season, like my auntie said, it's about to be all about the money. And Auntie Wilson, I'm teasing you. We're not taking this seriously. But I'm like my auntie said, it's all about the money. If y'all want to see me in the off season, tell Coach Hayes to put $1 on my Cash App. And y'all maybe see me more in the off season. Tell Coach Hayes to put $1 on my Cash App. Not too much. Put your $1 on my Cash App, Coach Hayes. You know what I mean?
Go right there. Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you, Auntie. See, I do listen. That's what you got to talk to. You got to talk to your kinfolk. See, that's my auntie. So now I'm on doing. See, Auntie gave you 5. Can you give me one out of the $5 Auntie gave you? So I'm gonna give you the whole 5. No, I just need one, and you'll see me more so I can talk to Rocky.
That's 20%. That's 20%.
And listen, I just need $1. $1. I'll holler. Hey, good night, everyone. Look, again, hey, it was Canes all day. Y'all be safe out there. I catch y'all on the back end. All right.
Yes, sir. My dog.
Yeah. You all day.
Peace. I mean, shout out to V12 in the building. My dog, man. I know you got to rock and roll. Louetta Wilson for the $5. Thank you so much, man. We rocking and roll. Let me take this phone number down. We're trying to get it. I got to run through this deal, man. There's so many people up here calling, and I understand it. I got to lock this.
The conference has been locked.
I got to lock it. All right, here we go. We got to Get Down. Brown been a Cane fan since 1983. Get down. Talk to us.
Hey, Coach, thank you for letting me in, baby. 12. Hey, you guys rocking, man. Y'all the best. Brought us all the way through. I'm going to unpack real quick, and I'm going to try to stay under the 2 minutes, and I'm going to actually try to cut it shorter than that. First, I just want to say I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of the coaching staff for getting us there. Now, let's flip the page.
Okay.
We can get all the talent in the world, but the situation in football beat us last night. We ran the pistol. Texas A&M, we ran the pistol. These guys watch film, how to stop their run, and all of that. First half, we ended up with 26 rushing yards. We ran the pistol the whole night. We didn't go I formation. I'm like the caller that was talking about Marty Brown. He's a champion running back. He should have had way more minutes, and I'm going to just go off last night. He showed what he was from opening night, and especially the Florida Gators. He finished them back. He just beat them up. But last night, we stayed in the pistol. Dawson, he's stubborn. He said he wasn't going to change. He changed some things and tweaked some things, but you got to get strategic, and you got to take what they give you. Mm-hmm. They was given the run, the pound mound. We came out the first drive. We ran the football. Second drive, we came out and threw it 3 consecutive times, and we punted. Mm-hmm. Then we abandoned the run. They stuffed us on short because, again, you got to be an idiot to think on 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2. If you run from the gun with no lead blocking, fresh lineman over there, 360, 340, 330, and put him in the eye. They did it to us. That's how they got in the end zone on 4th down. The big lineman went in motion and crashed down in there. Strategical stuff like that. We can get 99 5-stars, but if the coaching don't get better, because when you get to the championship, they was already getting Cincinnati the ring before they won. Secondly, Bowman, the coaches got a sub. O'Connor dropped picks all night long. And he was playing his, he was playing his butt off over there with the back shoulder, but he was getting beat. They was picking on him. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see Fitzgerald. This man leading us in picks. I don't care if he got robbed. If he ready to go, man, best talent got to be on the field. You can't get alligator arms as a coaching staff when you're in a big game, meaning your play calls get short. It look like you're playing the PlayStation. You're running the same formation you ran in the first half. You're coming back out. You're still in the pistol. Lastly, Bowman needed to be off the field. He was the one that let the dude come in. They weren't even in punt block. If you go back and watch that, you're going to be angry. Whoever made the decision, leave this kid on the field. He already on every offensive play. He never subs out. We got fresh receivers over there that could give him a blow. But that's big. Attention to detail is big. And then when they when they went 4th and 5 and went for it, and then we didn't call timeout when they brought this. We beat right then. When you come out in the gun, and I know you know it, Coach, it ain't but one thing you can run if the bike feel naked, quarterback draw. And this kid showed his heart, man. And then Carson Beck, we 39 yards away. 1st down and 10. Melicott is on a deep post, 17 yards down the field or the 39. I don't know if he got paid. He got a Ferrari and a pretty girlfriend, but that football didn't stand a chance. Come on, man. It ain't supposed to end like that. That ain't how our story's supposed to end. So gotta get strategic with that. That's what Cincinnati did. He sent the field goal team out and said, excuse my language, sheesh, give me my offense back. You know what we're gonna do? Because he's coaching. They gonna double down on the run, and we're gonna draw him for the 5 yards. 3rd and 8. They halfback dive for 3rd and 8. And then finally, man, I'm just saying, man, you gotta seize the moment. If you see a pretty lady and you in the coffee shop in New York City, you ain't gonna never see her again. You ain't gonna never see her again. So I'm gonna say, that's what I'm gonna say, Coach. Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Can I come? Can I take you out tonight? I love those guys. I just want to give y'all a little pain. But hopefully that made somebody feel better. Listen, you got to seize the moment. We had the race right now. I ain't saying we ain't going to get back, but that's my time. Because what I'm doing, I'm cooking, and my time is going on. Hey, I got Uncle on the other line, but Coach, man, I love you guys. I love your show, man. You let me, my uncle, and the Browns be great. I'm already looking at the date of the spring game. And again, and the next time we see the rain, we got to say, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Can I come get down with you tonight? Love my Canes, man. I'm a pass the mic. I ain't gonna be selfish, but I'm gonna hang around. Oh, if you call the other phone, Uncle could merge in. Hey, Coach, love y'all, man. Go Canes, baby.
Go Canes. That's why I love doing these shows, boy. It ain't never a light moment, boy. All right, y'all been super patient on this other line. I know I appreciate it. That's the benefit of becoming a member. Y'all get to skip the line, but we finna rock and we finna roll. Guess what? We locked it. Everybody else getting ready to rock and roll. Let me go to get the first call that was on the line that's been sitting tight, making it happen up in here. Let me go with the first. Oh, God, that thing just moved. All right, here we go. 6753. But before I get to you, I apologize. I got a dono on Cash App. Shout out to Danita. I'll leave it at that. Don't say your whole name. For the $10. Says, I tune in often. Great job teaching us football. Well, Danita, it's my pleasure. I thank you so much. That's probably why I started this channel, to kind of just pass on what I knew to other people, man. So thank you for that on Cash App. I really appreciate it. It really does help this thing go. And as well, we already got Miss Wilson for the $5. And we rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. 60. I just said 6753. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? You got 2 minutes.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? Hey, this is CJ from Duval.
CJ from Duval, talk to us, baby. What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I mean, I kind of agree with what is the last caller, the last dude,
Get down Brown
or something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, he was cooking, man. It's all about the adults in the room, man. It's the reason why college kids still go to school because they need to develop and they still learning. So my thing is Shannon Dawson, your plays are predictable. You've been doing the same thing the whole year. Everybody know you're gonna run A gap, B gap. Like you were saying earlier, Coach, why not run off tackle? You got Big Noah, a first round pick at tackle. Why not run behind him some? What you got a 6'9", 350-pound left tackle that you don't run behind, but you running behind your center the whole time when you run it. And you seen when we ran off tackle, what the plays that we made happen. So that's a Shannon Dawson stuck in his ways, stubborn thing. And he also, we blaming Carson Beck, which he gets some of the blame for messing up. That throw was horrible. We all know that. But that goes to coaching. Shannon Dawson already said he don't like developing quarterbacks. He wants somebody already that know everything. Now there was a timeout called before that. You gotta coach your quarterback up. Tell him, hey man, we don't need no big play right now. Take what the defense give you. But that comes with coaching. And Shannon Dawson obviously not coaching good enough. And then my last point is you got players on the bench that's not getting no burn. Marty Brown, if you notice, we only put him in the game he can catch routes out the backfield. We only do that in the fourth quarter when we need a big play. We never use him throughout the game. And what happened to what's the dude's name at running back? We got 22.
Pringle.
He just can't. Pringle. We just took him out the lineup and never used him. So you can't play a team like Indiana and not throw wrinkles in there to throw them off. If we'd have put 22 in the backfield with Fletcher or Marty Brown, that's something that they don't see a lot. So there might be a wrinkle that we could throw in the offense to make them have to adjust. But we don't do that because Dawson is stuck in his ways and he's stuck in his same play calls that he always does so predictable.
Right. No, listen, I mean, y'all got it. I mean, we saying the same thing, and I get it and understand. Like I said, this was at the point of no return. We had to burn the ships, and we conquered all of the land, but this little corner. And before you know it, it was over. But no, I mean, to your point, CJ, I appreciate you, man. I thank you. But yeah, you're 100% right. And let me rock on and keep pushing, bro. Thank you, man, so much.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Salute to you, Coach.
Anytime, man. Thank you, sir. Go. He said go Canes. My bad. I hit the button a little too fast on. All right, we're going to the next caller in line here. 1278. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. 1278. Going once.
What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, brother? How we doing? Who we talking to?
It's Hurricane Kane out of Duval.
Hurricane Kane out of Duval. All right, talk to us. What's up with you, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, Coach. I was just thinking, man. It's the whole season. This team is like it's been unprepared. It seems like it just won't stop. Penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty. And I was just thinking, I'm like, why are we the only team who gets penalized all the time, repeatedly? And we're already limited what we can do on offense because of our quarterback. Let's just keep it real. We know that they have taken the ball out of his hands ever since that SMU game because they're afraid to throw the ball out of the field, because they think he's going to throw a pick like he did last night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's turnover prone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, the only
and I'm
penalties
thinking
I'll say.
like,
Let me ask you this.
I'm thinking like, I'm thinking like with Mario. I'm like, he ever gonna have a team that's gonna play discipline?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to have a team that's gonna play discipline, because when you get in tight games, you can't go out there and have false starts. You can't get out there and hit somebody late. You can't get out there and jump off sides.
Right.
Because you keep shooting yourself in the foot. Coach, it's been going on the whole season. When is it going to start with a Mario team? And everybody in college football knows that his teams are going to commit penalties. Just like last night, we kept drives going for them.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just going to say the only offensive penalties that I recall was one false start and then a delay of game coming off that last drive. Other than that, I don't remember any offensive penalties that we had last night. I may be wrong. Let me see here. Yeah, they had a holding penalty. We didn't even have a holding penalty last night. Let me see here. Indiana had a false start. I'm trying to see what we had. I know we had some defense. We only had 7. So 2 of them were on offense. The other 5 was a pass interference, face mask. I'm not sure what the other penalties were. I'm trying to look to see if I can see them now. But I don't recall us getting any of the penalties. Let me see here. Yeah, Federico on the pass interference. I'm trying to look for the penalties they had. That if we had any penalties.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know we had quite a few on defense. You know.
I'm trying to see what the penalties were. I'm trying to see if we had any penalty. That's all I could recall. I remember we had the face mask, and then we also had the that was it that I saw. I don't know what a 7. I got to figure out what those were. But anyway, yeah, that's what we'll do, man. But like I say, to your point, man, I appreciate your call. I don't think the penalties were as big as people thought. I mean, some of them were, but I'll say this: I think they were even keel. I have to be honest. I didn't like the OJ Frederick penalty, but they got a roughing the passer call right. You know, think about it. Back in the day, they would have called us for roughing the passer when Mendoza had the busted lip, and I don't think that was a penalty. They would have thrown it on us, but they didn't. That would have gave them a first down. I'm just saying, I don't hold the refs in regards to this game last night. I really don't. I don't. I think they kept their flags in their pocket for the most part. You had some errant stuff in there, but I think it was kind of even keel when it came to the penalties. I have to be honest. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's just where I am. But
one more thing, Coach, if you don't mind. Shannon Dawson. You know, but really, you got to go back to Mario, because Mario is the head of the snake. When you see, you can't keep trying to stuff a square peg in a round hole. You know, you can't do it. And when you see it's not working, I mean, we kept 3 and out the whole first half. You know what I mean? You got to try something different. And so, you know, that's when Mario got to step up and go to him and say, hey, call a real play and stop calling that little kindergarten crap and call some real plays.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, Coach, he almost killed us in that Texas A&M game with bad play calling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just don't like the guy's play calling.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's not innovative at all. I want an OC that's innovative. You know what I mean? He never used the tight end. He never hit the back out the backfield. Nothing. Just nothing innovative, nothing new. He runs that same crap up the middle. You got to do that, just like the guy said before me. He's so predictable, and everybody knows what he's gonna do. I just think we need to change that OC. I don't think I know it. I know we need to change the OC.
All right, well,
we need an OC that's going to be innovative and can spread people out and put the ball down the field. But like I said, I know we're limited with Carson Beck, but still, you got to try something different.
I got you.
Because you put our defense in a bind last night. The defense was tired, Coach.
Right.
They was on the field just about the whole game.
Right. I got you.
But I won't hold you up no longer, though, Coach.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the call, bro.
No problem.
Yes, sir. And listen, I get it. I understand what people are saying about the OC. I understand it. We could complain, we could whine, we could moan. I get it. I don't think Mario Cristobal is going to make a change. I don't know if he's going to go in there and talk to him about whatever. You know, people have been mentioning these things. We're on the biggest stage, and I still think we got. I really want to get the whole game. If anybody can let me know where I can find the entire game, right? That's where I can watch it, whether it's YouTube. I don't care if it's on Temu, TV, or whatever. I don't want to have to wait 5 more days until it come out. I don't know how to find the entire game. I got the condensed version. I want to see the game. You understand? And so if you guys know where I can do that, I don't have YouTube TV, unfortunately, guys. But I would love to do that. Let me keep pushing in here. 2086 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
What's up, Coach? It's Jay.
Jay, what's happening with you, brother? Talk to us. What's on your mind?
What up, Coach? You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. They used the Louisville game plan. You know what I'm saying? What Louisville did to stop us, you know what I'm saying? That's what they use. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the proof is there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shannon Dawson called a terrible first half. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was terrible, but at the same time, no, it is what it is, bro. We had the best offense last year. This year, we had Carson Beck. He's a limited quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's a game manager. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have no deep threats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get some speed on the outside. And I was in the comments saying about JoJo going to NC State. And that's what they said on Uncle Luke's show. Your boy Streeter came on there and broke the news. So I guess JoJo going to play with his former teammate, CJ Bailey. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, do you blame him? He ain't even get no reps yesterday. He been dropping passes all season. Like, maybe he need to change the scenery. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I mean, Street said it, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know if that, if it's breaking news, if it's speculation or whatever. But if he decided to leave, I'm always wish him the best. I get it. I totally understand it. I mean, we in the transfer portal era, bro. And so if that's the case, that's the case.
And real quick, Coach, and then my last thing, I got Lightfoot. You know what I'm saying? Double-digit sacks next year. You know what I'm saying? He's a menace, bro. Fast, he's violent. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna have a big season. Big season.
I love it. I like it. I like it. Shout out to Lightfoot's mom too. I happened to see her on campus. I'm gonna just call her Miss Lightfoot. I don't know her name, forgot her name, but I had a chance to sit with her at the Texas A&M game. I saw her on the UM campus, walking around, just enjoying all the festivities. They had like a farmer's market, and so shout out to her, man, as well. But yeah, I totally understand your point, man. I appreciate you calling.
And then, Coach, real quick, I'm about to get off. Who do you see as starting that linebacker next year? Like, do you think Wiley be ready? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I heard what's his name just jumped in the portal. Bobby Washington. Heard he just jumped in the portal. Was it Bobby? Yeah, Bobby Washington. He just jumped in the portal, from my understanding. I think Popo's the guy. Maybe Wiley will be ready. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. All right, Coach. Appreciate the call.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
All right.
Yes, sir. Listen, beloved Sandworm, y'all keep saying, Coach, unlock the conference. Bro, it was unlocked. I got a lot of people on here. When I get this down and we got some time, I'll definitely unlock it. We're already 2 hours in, so we'll see. I'll get it open here in a second, but we got to get some of these people down. That's where the other penalties came from. Pruitt got a holding call on special teams. Somebody just said Pruitt is a high hit. That's where the other call's from. Pruitt got the holding call on the kickoff, I think, or punt return. I think he got 2 penalties. I believe it was number 22, Cam Pruitt, Bobby Pruitt. That's what it was. That's what the offsetting were. I knew it was 2 we were missing. That's where it was. Shout out to 410 people in the building. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, share button. If you're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Total of 410 of y'all in here on all those platforms. Yeah, I got the pass interference on OJ and whatever. But like I said, I think they just let the rest play. So I'm cool with it. All right, let's get the next call up here. 9285. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? Got 2 minutes.
Coach, this is Benz from Tampa. I'm the one who always called and said we never went to Disney World. I'm calling back.
Daddy, we going to Disney World? Talk to me.
We went to Disney, but we ain't leaving no pictures. That's about it.
Okay.
I do got to get some stuff off my chest because I think you're used to dealing with a lot of fan bases, but I'm starting to feel like we are super spoiled as shit as a fan base. First thing I want to say, anybody who knows football, coaches are stuck in their ways. Not just Shannon Dawson, every coach. They all are going to run what got them there.
Sure.
It's 16 games into the seasons. We knew all of Indiana's plays. They knew all of ours. Nobody complained about running in the A gap against Texas A&M. It's always going to come down to execution. Like when with coaches, and I got a different Shannon Dawson a little bit. We had the number one offense last year. We couldn't stop a song on repeat. You are what your players allow you to do. We have a number one pick. Nobody said he wasn't innovative then. Nobody.
Okay.
So continuity is actually one of the best things we actually have going in this program. So I do got to defend Shannon Dawson. I do got to defend Mario as well because we have such short-term memory. Let me go into the past a little bit. Do y'all remember 5 and 6 season when we had the coaching staff from heaven? We wanted Charlie Strong as the DC. We got him as a linebacker coach. We wanted that cute Pons or whatever as an OC. We got him as a quarterback coach. We had Kevin Steele. He went and left us for Alabama. And we went 5 and 6. Then we won 7 games. Then we lost the Pinstripe Bowl to Rutgers. So you telling me in a season where we won 13 games, made $30 million, beat Ohio State, won the Fiesta Bowl, and rid our demons of 20 years ago. We beat FSU. We beat the Gators. We beat Notre Dame. And all we can do is sit here, and I get it. I hate losing too. We lost them at the crib, but we have to remember the best thing that came from this is we actually have culture now. We have tradition going currently, not 20 years ago and Ed Reed giving a speech in the damn locker room. Yes, I'm mad that we lost. Yes, there are wrinkles that could be played, but we are in a great spot. We had an amazing season. We have to keep that in mind. Like we are going forward as a program.
So here's what I'll say. I can agree with all those points. I agree with everything you're saying. But here's what I will say from a coach's perspective. To your point, what he did last year, what anybody does last year, when it comes to coaching, is not all the same. No year is exactly the same because people change, things change, elements change. And what changed was Cam Ward. But just let me finish my piece. Let's go back to guys like Les Miles. Let's go back to guys like Ed Ogeron. Let's go back to guys that have had phenomenal years and just seem to fall off a map, right? Let's go back to Kevin Sumlin, right? When Kevin Sumlin was at Texas A&M, because he had that kind of quarterback in Johnny Manziel, the player. Let's look at Ed Ogeron, arguably one of the best the football teams of all time. 2 years later, he's fired. Les Miles at LSU, the Mad Hatter. He goes to Kansas, goes 0-9. Players make coaches. Don't ever get that misunderstood. I know you know this. I'm speaking in general here. Players will always make coaches. Coaches can enhance players, right? Coaches can get the best out of a guy, but that player has to possess certain skills. Going forward, and here's where a lot of coaches make mistakes. They fall in love with their playbook. I say that over and over on this channel. Because their playbook was, you remember what was it? The longest yard? What was that thing with Forrest Gump? Not Forrest Gump, with Adam Sandler. He had the green notebook. Remember the guy had the green notebook and they had to save it, that had all the plays in it. What was the name of that movie, man?
The Waterboy?
The Waterboy. Remember the green notebook? Everybody was in love with, they thought it was the notebook, but it's the player. See, your playbook is a blueprint. But sometimes you got to alter your playbook to your players. And that's where that's where I think what's missing right now. I know y'all not gonna like this statement, but I'm about to make, but just follow me. I probably shouldn't even say his name, but I'm going to. That's where I think Lane Kiffin gets the edge on some things. Or I can even go with Kurt Signetti, give him his flowers now. He's altered his playbook to his players. And that's where the difference lies. See, when people, this is my playbook, this is what we're going to do, because it always been successful. But what happens when your quarterback is not Cam Ward? What happens when you don't have a running back that's a 1,000-yard rusher and you like to do the thing? What happens when you don't have a Tank Dell, right? Like, these are the kind of things that alter stuff. So when people make those kind of comparisons from year to year to year, it's that false positive where it's like, yeah, you're right, but elements have changed. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, but go ahead.
I agree with you, Coach. And I think, and I have to go back and watch the full game. Like, I know you're asking that. Like, if you get a chance to watch the Skycast on like YouTube, that's probably the best way you could watch the full game, if you can find a full Skycast of it. I think in some ways, Carson Beck, just for me watching it as a fan, I don't think his arm has ever been 100% since that surgery. He does not have the zip on that ball anymore. It's done. So I think he's had to adjust in a lot of ways for what we have. We don't have a big explosive. Like, Malley is quicker rather than he is like a speed demon. Certain elements in this offense, I think, are different for the personnel that we have. Obviously, Mario's the offensive line coach. They're going to pound the ball. They're going to be physical.
Obviously not. But obviously not. That's my whole issue with this game. That was my entire issue.
That's obviously not as far as what?
Last night. That was my entire issue.
But they're a good team too. It's like they have legit guys too. It's like we in the second half, I feel like we played better. Yes, that outside. I don't know if it was a design outside play or he just bounced it outside and it hit that gap. But they're a damn good team. Shit, we
of
can't
course.
Everybody. Like,
no. Hold on.
They got
You're right. But we didn't try them. That's my whole point.
No. What I will say is, I agree with you on that. I think we gave up on the run too early in the game.
Exactly.
They were beating our ass, huh?
Exactly. We gave up.
No, but I was one of the people saying that we're running it too much in the A gap. That's what the hell got us there. Like, that's the strength of our team.
Yes, because no. Yes and no. Again, there's the false positive. I said earlier last night, and I've said before, you can still be wrong and be successful in football. Let me explain that. You can make the wrong read. CJ Daniels goes up and makes a phenomenal catch for the win. Wrong read, right? Wrong read, still successful. You can run in the A gap and we still be a better team. And we still get there. Again, they're a good team. We didn't try. If you notice, when we were successful, the very first play was an A-gap run and Fletcher bounced it. So instead of relying on Fletcher to bounce it to get those 9 yards, send them there. Here's another example. Go back to the Ole Miss, top of your screen. Mark Fletcher runs outside zone. We get 20 yards up the sideline. They push him out of bounds. We don't go back to it. Go to last night's game. Fletcher runs to the top of your screen, puts his foot in the ground, get vertical. We get 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6. We don't go back. The next time we go back to it is when. When we go back to it, when he popped it for 51. I'm not saying we only have to run outside zone. But we don't even we try more A-gap stuff. And again, them being a good team knows that. What are they going to stop? The A-gap. They're going to, why do you think what they call mugging? They put the guys in the A-gap for a reason. So if it's a run, they can eat it up. But here's the beauty. If you run it off tackle, that guy can't get out of the A gap fast enough. And when you showed pass, they backed out and dropped off. They were taking away, to your point, what got us there. They took away what your strong suit is. So guess what you got to do? You got to make some adjustments. Sometimes you just can't bulldoze a dude over. You understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't work that way. But talk to me. And I got to push on, bro. Even though I know we ride. This is good, great conversation.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, the one thing I'll give Carson some fault for is he did not use his legs as much as I feel like he could have last night. Like when they were dropping the zone, they was giving us 5-6 yards, and then like a couple of those halfback passes could have easily got first downs. The only other thing I'll say, because I know I've been long, that I gotta address a little bit. I've seen Luke going at the coaching staff, Kevin Beard, and I know he's still in his feelings about Ray not getting a chance to play. A lot of that, obviously, Ray came in when Restrepo was here. He's the all-time leading receiver. And then there's a kid named Malachi Tony that came after that.
Mm-hmm.
What I want us to kind of, and I'm going to tell you this, Coach, because I know you know Street and you know Luke.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are very emotionally tied, as we should be, because we're from the crib. Seeing these kids play 7, 8, 9, 10, and you watch them make play after play after play after play after play. And now they get to college, and it's like, yo, he's not playing. They're bringing in these random dudes. One thing I've learned about this coaching staff at Miami, they're going to play who the hell they trust. That's why Pancake could be a 5-star and sit for 2 years, and Malachi Tony could come in as a 3-star and as a freshman and play day one against Notre Dame in the beginning of the year, the first game of the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
And they throw him the ball and say, go make plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want us to kind of get out of that mindset, because in the pros, it's always going to be business when you get to this level. I promise you, if at practice they say run a dig and he runs it exactly at whatever 10 yards every single time, he's going to play. And if he doesn't, then they're going to play the guy that does it. Even if he's not a 5-star, even if he's less talented, because in the big time games, at the end of the day, they're going to play who they trust.
I got you.
Not how many stars you are, not how many times you had Bunch Rockin' was an all-star. None of that shit is going to matter. So I just want to kind of say that.
Man, much love, man. Great call. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
My man. Yeah, I'll just address this really quickly. Street, Luke, and all them guys know I'm going to call a spade, but I've always said this. This has nothing to do with Ray. This has to go back to Brashard Smith and anybody else. I'm not saying that Ray should play here. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Brashard Smith should have played here. What I want to make sure is that they got their opportunity. And we went through that. Y'all go through the pitch count of how many plays or whoever played or whatever. I'm just bringing up certain names. When they were brought here, right, here's the funny thing. And again, every kid doesn't pan out. I get that. That's not my concern. And again, people like to put on Kevin Beard. I don't know how much power Kevin Beard has when it comes to rotation and everything else. We can all speculate. Unless you sit in that room, you have no idea. Maybe Shannon Dawson is the one that's saying, I want this, and that rotation. Just because you're the coach. I want to make sure that this, just because you're the coach of that position, that doesn't mean you have power. Let's get this. I want people to understand that. Just because you are the position coach and they paying you $700,000 a year, that don't mean you have say-so on who starts, who doesn't start. I'm not saying that to Kevin Beard. I don't know. I'm not in the room. I don't claim to know. But what I will say for guys like Ray, for guys like Brashard Smith, for guys like, and hell, even JoJo is on the football field. Getting the opportunity to play. I'm not saying you got to start. There's one football, bro. There's one football. There are games in which we clearly overload and beating people, whatever. You can't tell me a kid can't get on the football field and feel a part of this program in some form or fashion. I don't know what Ray could have done to be on the bench for 3 years. I get there's a trust factor and there's an everything else factor and there's a this factor. I dig that. And if he's just not a player, then he's not a player. I get that too. But from all reports, and y'all do me a favor, name a report. And since we brought up Ray Ray, I'll just bring him up. Name a report where Ray Ray just crapped the bed in practice, don't do nothing. He late to practice, don't come to team meeting. Again, I'm not defending him, but I'm using him as the example. If he was late, then so be it. He was late, punish him, whatever it is. If he's not producing, so be it, whatever, punish, whatever it is. But I guess my understanding is when we're playing other teams, Ball State, that's where these guys supposed to shine and come through, because y'all remember as a fan base, when we flipped them from Clemson, people had memes of putting Dabo in the locker. Mario put Dabo in the locker when we got the kid. And woo, 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 woo. And again, this goes for Romello Brinson, all these other guys. That doesn't mean they're supposed to be here. That doesn't mean they worked out. I'm just simply making an example of, did they have the opportunity to showcase talent? Should Ray Ray have started over Restrepo? No. Nope. But he damn sure could have played along with Restrepo. There's 4 receivers on the football field. You got 2 slots. You got 2 outsides. You got a Z and an X. You got 2 slots. Some people call them Y and S. I don't know. You call it whatever you want to call it. Slot left, slot right. Hell, I don't care. That's all I'm saying. That's my only thing is, when you recruited him, you thought he was good enough to play on your team. Fine. Now, did he get an opportunity to showcase his talent, and because he's done what he's supposed to do in the practice, off the field, and everything else? And if he doesn't, then so be it. That's it. All right. Let me push on here. We rolling. I'm gonna open this up. Black Butterfly, I would like to let me know. I got you. Don't know. Black Butterfly. Black Butterfly. Black Butterfly, I love you. But anyway, Black Butterfly, would you like to come on now, or would you like to come on when I get a chance to knock some of these people down as being a member? Let me know in the chat. 2627 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What's up, Coach? This Haynes City Canes.
Haynes City Canes, what's up, baby? Talk to me. What's on your mind?
It's doing good. First and foremost, man, I want to say, man, I love your show, man. I lock in like an episode of Martin. You know what I'm saying? So,
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say, man, the presence of Elijah Lofton was truly missed this game. You know, when tight end, he missed that block, get the block punt that was supposed to be Elijah Lofton position. And those couple passes that tight end dropped as well. That was Elijah Lofton would have made those catches. And other thing too, that pass what Beck threw, that it wasn't a $4 million executed pass. And also the question that 4th and 2 play where Mario Cristobal decided to go for the field goal. I mean, it's crunch time. It's the championship, man. We got to win the game, not try not to lose it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't an $8 million decision right there. You see what Kurt Sinetti did. He went back to back going forward on 4th down. So Shannon Dawson, the play caller, vanilla cone in the cup in the McDonald's line. We got to put some sprinkles on it, put some caramel on it or something, you know. But I just want to go ahead and say, man, I want to give a shout out to my boys. We resilient. We fought hard. You know, we did our thing. We just came up short. It's nothing to hang your head low about. We know we should have came into this game and paid attention to details. We known that I was ripped, and we just let the little small stuff bite us. But I'm just happy to see my team just competing now. Because I remember back in the day when you had that time clock behind you, you had that Miami and Alabama game going. And we was all excited for that, and we got blowed out. But now we competent, we competing in games, and I'm just happy to see my team just it's progress from here. And I appreciate you for the time, Coach. I know you've been riding in the Cadillac, your eyes getting weary.
Well, I'm
Shout out to the Cane dude. Yes, sir.
Much love. Man, great call right there, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that, man. That boy said like an episode of Martin. Boy, you know how much I love Martin? I watch Martin to this day, bro. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Me too. Shout out to you, Coach Hayes, man. Go Canes. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back, man. We're gonna get the job done next time though.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Much love on the call.
Yes, sir.
Great call right there, man. Hey, I used to watch Martin so much. I knew the episodes by name. Black Butterfly, I got you. I got your call. I got you. I'll let you and the E Brown. You know, E Brown come on. He kill all the viewers. All the viewership just go straight down. Speaking of that, 404 people in the building. Appreciate you. Hit the like, share, subscribe, or notification bell in the building. All right, let's go. 3599 on the line. Call or talk to us.
Coach Hayes, what it do, man?
What's up? What's up? Who I'm speaking to?
It's your boy Quick, man, up here in the Panhandle. What's happening with you, Coach?
Quick, what's up with you, man? Appreciate you calling in. Talk to us.
Hey, boy, Coach, boy, you were feeling no pain last night, boy. I seen you, boy.
I was hurting, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hurting.
You were hurt, but you were loaded, fully loaded fully, though.
Yes, sir.
Slizzard, boy, I see you, Coach.
Hey, boy, hey, that can't just have me leaning a little bit past 6, but I was like, ooh.
Yes, sir. You was out of there.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Man, Coach, I think what a lot of us are failing to realize, like, you know, I don't think we failing to realize it, but you know, Xavier Lucas didn't play the first half, and they scored 10 points in the first half. But as soon as Xavier got on that field, man, that D got like a jolt of life. Even though, like you said, they was on the field for like 95 plays.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we abandoned the run in the first half too soon. Like I don't know, like what that narrative was about or anything like that. But man, we abandoned the run way too soon, man. Way too soon in the first half, because the way Shannon Dawson and the way Mario think, it seemed like when I'm watching the games, is they know they have the better athletes, so they just want to like out athlete you, and that's not the case. It's got to be some kind of strategic thought or thinking in your play calling or whatever it is you're trying to run. And like you said, valid point, Coach. When we got down there, when we got down there on the goal line, well, they got down there on the goal line, they brought an extra offensive lineman in there, and that was the lead blocker. We trying to get 3rd and 2, 4th and 1 out of the shotgun with no lead blocker, Coach. We got big bodies, mass and ass, like Nick Saban say, everywhere. So you mean to tell me you can't put nobody in there? And like, man, come on, man. It hurt a little bit, man, but like I say, Beck killed me. Beck killed me because that throw that he made to Keelan Marion, he was supposed to lay that ball in there, man. He threw it on the rope, and Jabari went and he did what he was supposed to do. What a great corner do. They iced the game.
Yeah.
And man, it was crazy though, man. Like that ball, like you said, right play, bad execution. Because if he put any air under that ball, Coach, is either going.
If he throw that ball on a rope, but listen, he could throw it, bro. He could throw that ball on the rope, but throw it out there. He threw it so far behind. I don't mind him throwing it on the rope, but throw it. You gotta dart that thing. You can't. You gotta like put some fire off of that in there. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just lob that. You gotta put some gangster behind that thing, man. But yeah, man. So like I said, you on point. We'll be rolling these things, man, and we'll get rocking and rolling, man. I appreciate you trying to climb through this thing.
One last question though, Coach, man. How I become a member of the Discord, man?
Right there. If you just, it should say join at the bottom of your of the screen. If you're on your phone or whatever, maybe if you turn your phone.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, man.
Yeah, on YouTube. I'm saying if you look on your phone, if you go on YouTube on your phone at the bottom, it should say join. If I'm not mistaken. Let me look. Oh, I'm looking at somebody else stuff. I'm like, hold on, I almost joined somebody else stuff. Tighten up, coach. Mine won't say it because I'm logged in under my account, so I can't join my
Yeah.
account. But it should say join right underneath.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I gotta get down with the program.
Yeah, it should be right underneath
but
that.
for sure, man.
Yeah, it should be right. It should be right underneath that though, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see
Yes,
here.
sir.
If it says it. Should be right up under that. Yep, I think it's right up on there. If you turn the phone just straight up and down like that, it should be right up underneath there. But yeah, man, you'll see. If not, we got definitely got time.
Oh, okay, for sure.
My
Coach,
man.
much love, man. And
Appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you out here in these streets, man. We get
Anytime.
them next year, though.
Hey.
We just need a quarterback.
There you go.
Oh, before I let you go, Coach, man, we got to either let Luke Nickel do his thing and just save that money, or if Darion Coleman really like that, let's give him a shot, man. Give him a shot. I understand experience and all that there, man, but save some of that money for something that's really worth it. Because at the end of the day, man, Beck was a glorified game manager, coach, and that ain't gonna get it in that situation. You gotta have that Mamba mentality, man. And he looked at like a deer in headlights.
Well, we're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, LMV just put the Discord link in the chat right now. Shout out to LMV, the producer in the building.
Appreciate it.
Yes, man.
Appreciate it.
Much
Have
love.
a good one, Coach.
Appreciate you, buddy. All right, good call right there, man. All right, here we go. We narrowing this thing down. I got 6951 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. Oh, maybe my bad. I didn't hang up on him. I muted him again. 6951. Black Butterfly, E. Brown, I'm getting ready to open up. And for some odd reason, beloved Sandworm, you better call in because coach got the conference lock, the conference lock. You better call in tonight, boy. You don't call in, it's gonna be it. So anyway, 6951, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What's going on, Quincy Kane, coach?
Oh my God. I got something
What's
for you.
going on, baby?
Quincy Kane, I got something for you. They've been listening to us, boy. They've been listening to us.
Yeah, but I got something at the end of this for you too.
Okay.
But check this out, coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything seems like it's a down thing. We people are starting to point things to people that on the team that they feel was a fault in this game. Listen here, Miami played a good football game. They had some hiccups.
Okay.
Indiana had some hiccups. It's just the way this is the game that has been played. I mean, maybe it just wasn't Miami time.
Right.
I mean, this thing goes in seasons. I mean, I think the world of Miami, and I still think Cristobal is gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to be patient, man. He got us there. We're there.
Yeah.
We're here. We're here. We're not going nowhere.
Yeah. Listen,
we're not going nowhere, coach.
No,
now the pass that Beck threw, I know it surprised people, but he just didn't get it out there. The man was open. He just didn't get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had that problem all year. So, I mean, far as the running, everybody say they stopped running too soon. They stopped running too soon, coach, because Indiana wouldn't let us run that early. I mean, they stopped that up real early.
I disagree. Quincy, I disagree. Okay. You know why?
Okay.
No, I'm going to just say this really quick. I believe that their intention in the run game was to stop the A-gap runs, the interior runs, because how they mugged us. And we're going to go through this in the Discord, so y'all become member, have a good time. But it was there. You have to remember, all runs are not the same, and all runs are not going to be 7-yard runs. I just told you, you can go back on ESPN, put up their box score. You can go play for play. We did not take one TFL in the first half. We didn't take one tackle for loss in the first half. And I'm going to be so nice, I'm going to show you twice. First run, 9 yards. Second run, 2 yards. Right? Then we punt it.
Right.
Next run, 4 yards. The next run, 1 yard. Incomplete pass, then we punt it. The second series, guess what? Incompletion, took a sack. That was a pass, then we punt it. This is where we start. Notice what I told you. 4 yards, 9 yards, 3 yards, 1 yard. Then that next drive, we went pass, took a sack, punted. We come back 3 plays, 0 yard run, 1 yard run, 7 yard pass, 0 yard run. We abandoned it from there. Right? We abandoned the run. Now, mind you, we go on a 9-play drive, a 5 yard run, a 4 yard run, a 0 yard run, a 1 yard run, 25 yard pass, a 2 yard run. I'm sorry, a 2 yard pass, a 0 yard run, and we were done. That was the end of the half. Not one play did you hear me say we took a negative on.
Yeah. I mean, that's just true, Coach. I mean, we gotta stop. We gotta stop pinpointing. We lost the football game.
That's what we do.
We lost.
But that's so.
That's what we do.
But
you're
that's
right.
what you're supposed to
that's
do.
What you understand that. I understand how you guys feeling because they hurt me to the heart to see them lose too. But they came a long way, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
This team has come a long way. This program's come a long way. You heard the thing? We started from the bottom. Now we're here.
That's right.
We started from the bottom. Now the whole team's here.
Love it. I love it. Real quick before I let you go.
You understand me?
Real quick for you before I let you out because I gotta get.
I got something for you.
All right,
let's put it this way. It was a time that I thought this would last for long. Now that I know a change has come.
Oh, yes, it will.
I know the you. I know the you. I don't know. A change has come.
Oh, yes, it will.
How about that?
I got one for you. Can you do me a favor? What's our anthem on here?
What's that?
I'm going to tell you that the Miami Hurricanes listen to this show. I'm going to prove this to you, that the Miami Hurricanes listen to this show. What have you been singing? Miami's a what? Miami's a...
It's a dog, not a mud.
That's right. I'm going to prove to you.
Take your time, what's the rush?
That's right. Watch this.
Mommy is a dog, not a mud. They're a dog, not a mud.
He sounds so beautiful. Don't y'all agree? I'm going to prove to you right now, Miami Hurricanes watching us. Watch this. Watch this. Just listen for a second.
She said, take your time. I said, baby, I'm a dog. She said, take your time. I said, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I guess my already so cold in my blood.
Did you see what I just played for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was Miami Hurricanes now. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
That's them. They watching us. They watching us.
Mommy is a dog, not a mud.
Not a mud.
Take your time. What's the rush?
That's what I'm saying, Quincy. I got to run.
Miami is a dog, not a mud. They're a dog, not a mud. Yes, sir.
Oh my God, boy! I told you, boy, you just a notch down from Luther, boy. You better slow down, boy. Slow down.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
let me tell you something. I'm so proud of them kids. I am so proud what they have accomplished this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shut a lot of people's mouths about Mario. I mean, he could have did a little better during the game. They could have coached a little better because I feel they got a little out coached at the end. But I gotta give him his prop. You got to give the man what is deserved.
Mm-hmm.
He got us to the promised land. You don't always win at the promised land, and the best team don't always win.
Sure.
But this is a good loss in the championship for us, I feel. Now we know what it takes and how it feels to come back to be who we are.
I hear you.
And we are the Miami Hurricanes.
I love it, brother. Let me rock and roll,
Trust me,
man.
bro.
Quincy, appreciate you, man.
Okay, Doc.
I don't want to let you know I'm glad you called in.
And I appreciate you too, Coach. And I still think you're the best in the land, baby.
Oh, man, appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Right. Listen, I'm telling you, boy, I'm your favorite coach for a reason. Even the Hurricane, they put no football mud. That's called leather mud. That's why the balls look funny when you break them in. That's the music they playing. Shout out to Cuban Kane in the building that sent that to me. Because I'm a dog, not a mutt. Dog, not a mud. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we in the building. 0139 coming to you real quick. Mandy in the building for $5 on Cash App. Says, go Canes. Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate that as always on Cash App. And we got Mr. Prime for the $5. I was afraid of Connor all week. Got to turn his head. He's speaking of O'Connor, the cornerback number 24. Thank you, Mr. Prime, for the $5, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me get to this. Here, last calls up in this joint. Well, hey, I had to put that comment up there, but that job was funny. Somebody should have told Bet to take his time. Don't rush. You shut out, bud. All right, 0139 in the building. I'm going to open the phone line. Black Butterfly, E. Brown, you got 10 seconds. Please call in. I don't want the line to get flooded.
The conference has been unlocked.
0139, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What's up, Coach? Remember me? I'm in Texas right now.
You're in Texas right now, and I remember you. You got to talk to me. Who is this?
Oh, my bad. It's Alakazam.
Oh, what's up, man? Alakazam. All right, man. How you doing, brother?
I was over here. I'm at Starbase, man. Working on some stuff, helping them out.
Okay. I don't know what Starbase is, but I guess good luck with that.
Oh, that's Elon Musk's SpaceX, where he launched the rockets. He built a city for that. It's called Starbase in West Texas. That's where I'm at right now, helping them out some computer stuff.
God dang, bro. The man built the whole city to launch some rockets?
Yeah, he bought a bunch of land in West Texas and launched rockets and stuff, and satellites and all that.
And you over there with the computer?
Yeah, I do cyber security. So I do work,
Well, how stop?
Yeah, so I'm over here.
Real quick then. How stop people from stealing my password? God dang on it. You do cybersecurity. You should be able to answer that, man.
Yeah, it's tough to get more sophisticated, man, especially with this AI.
The conference has been locked.
With a picture of Miami logo, because I know you like Miami. You can just click on the picture, and I already got your stuff hacked just by clicking on the picture, nothing else. So it's getting more sophisticated.
Dang. Well, guess what? See this mouse? Out the window. No more clicking. Get that crap out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
Well,
but yeah, man.
Talk to
just my observations, man, outside looking in, and I don't mean to say this, be disrespectful. I know Miami fans get real mad, but this is coming from outside looking in. I think that a lot of times Miami, when they go into games, they think that they can bully and intimidate the other team, and I think that when they didn't do that to Indiana, they kind of shut down a little bit. Like when you guys were running, you guys usually run up the middle and have success. Indiana didn't allow that to happen. That really surprised me. Indiana was doing a lot of stunts, and they had a game plan for that because Indiana's defensive line is not that big. Miami's offensive line is huge. And I think the DBs did a good job of shutting you guys' wide receivers down. Like, I know you don't want to hear this, but it just seemed like you guys came in there thinking that you can easily push them around, and it didn't happen. And you guys kind of like shut down a little bit. I mean, I didn't think you guys would go this far. I didn't think you guys deserved to be in the playoffs. I'll be the first one to say, look, I'm a Clemson fan. Look where we at. So that kind of tells you, hey, well, you shouldn't be talking. I'm just being honest. But you guys went there. You guys tried to come back. I just think that the better team won that. Now, I feel like Indiana kind of wanted it more. I feel like Miami kind of just was like, we're the crib, we're gonna, bully you, and that didn't happen, and they kind of like didn't know what to do. That's just my observations from it.
I'll say this. I made a good observation real quick. LMV says, Coach, stop using hello 123 as your password. I thought, to be honest, when it said password, I was supposed to type password for my password because it says password in gray. So my password has always been password 123. But anyway, that's another story for another day. My next, I got another request for you real quick. When he builds that rocket, or y'all, whatever y'all doing, can you put a Miami Hurricane U sticker on the rocket before it go out of space? Because we might have to get some aliens to become some U fans. You could do that for me?
Well, I'll tell you this. I can go ahead and say the Golden Dome that Trump's building. I'm kind of working on that. It's like a defense network to stop missiles coming from whatever. But I'm gonna put some Clemson logo on the rocket. I'm gonna try to get a Clemson paw on the new Starship, and I'm gonna get that going because when God created Earth, first team he created was Clemson Tigers, man. So can't do that, Coach. I'm sorry.
And that might be God's only mistake. Sorry.
But yeah, I can hold you up because, like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I got a lot of respect for Miami, man. I see similarities in both teams about how it plays and how you guys feel after that. I just feel that I don't know why Shannon Dawson didn't stop doing the fake jet sweeps that really confused Indiana. But again, you guys just made a couple more mistakes than they did. And that's pretty much what it came down to. Heck of a season for y'all. I wish Clemson was there. Look at us, man. I'm over here, over here hiding, man. But it is what it is.
I'll say this, Alexander, really quickly. I was talking to a buddy of mine prior to the show on the way home, and I was telling him, I said, you have to remember this. Chess pieces only move from the chess master. When you look at players, they try to do and execute what the chess master, aka the puppet master, tells them to do. So I can want what I want. I want to run faster than Usain Bolt. I don't have a fast twitch muscle. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't, if somebody's not going to allow you to do it, then you have to find another way to get in. Here's a perfect example. I'm gonna show you. Coach is a Renaissance man. I'm a keyboard warrior. You're in the cybersecurity. If you block my Trojan horse from coming in from cyberspace or whatever you call it, cyber tech, Golden Dome, whatever. What do the hackers do? What do you say? They start embedding stuff into different ways to circumvent the way in which you stopped it. Am I right?
You study. Okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that.
But that's cybersecurity's biggest thing. You're always playing catch up to what the other guy is doing, because when you stop this kind of attack, they're going to come up with something else. When you stop that, they're going to come. And that's what happened. They did stop what we did well. That don't mean you keep banging your head against the wall. You go around, you go left, you go right. You give them something else to look at. So hopefully that analogy works right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's you're explaining it better than I did. You're right. I felt that even I was watching, I was like, why are they not running beside that right tackle that
come on
dominates everybody? That he puts his hand on people, they just stop. They do just what we call stronger than a brick, you know what house in the country. I'm from the mountains.
That's right.
That's who puts his hand on people. They just stop.
Right.
But it's one of those things to where it's like you said, it's just a learning lesson for Miami. To me, it felt like they were so used to running up the middle, they couldn't do it. Then it just kind of like, damn, what do we do? But then, like, you're not doing fake jet sweeps. Like, I even saw this, like, fake jet sweep with Tony, give it to Fletcher. But, you know, that's my observation, Coach. I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you got actual Miami fans, but yeah, I'm out here chilling, man. They got houses for their employees. I'm in a house.
Okay.
Chilling, man. Wherever in Florida, man, I'm gonna hit you up, man. You know, we'll maybe do some stuff, man. I'll bring you some Clemson gear, man. Get you changed over, man. How's that sound?
No, sir. I'm allergic to that kind of stuff. But here's what I will tell you. I'm gonna give you a little bit of I know you might be an expert, but I'm your favorite computer programmer. Here's a little advice for you. If you ever have issues, just hit Control-Alt-Delete, and that'll fix it. Or just unplug it for 10 seconds, wait, and plug it back in and start over. That usually fix all kind of problems when it comes to computers. I just want to let you know that, maybe in case you didn't know, that Control-Alt-Delete will kind of get you out of anything. And if you get stuck, just unplug it for 10 seconds. But you got to count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, like that. And then plug it back in, and you should be able to be good, right?
Well, that's true. If you actually got a think you're getting hacked, you unplug from the internet because once you do that, they no longer quote unquote have access to what they're doing.
See, I told you, I'm
You
your
know,
favorite
hey,
hackers.
hey,
I'm your favorite
that's
hacker.
150.
Favorite hacker.
Hey, that's $150,000 job right there. You just made with that advice.
Matter of fact, what people don't know, everybody that's in the chat, I'm hacking them right now. They don't know it.
Yes, sir. But like I said,
man,
Coach,
much
much
love,
respect to Miami, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But yeah, I'm do something, man. Eat some pizza, man, and get ready for work tomorrow.
Love it, man. Much love to you, dog. Appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, buddy.
My man. I like his sound. All right, I locked it back. I don't know how to. Somebody else snuck in when I opened the back door. Got hit with a Trojan horse. I think I know who this is. You know, can I just say this real quick? Shout out to everybody in the building. I was at the tailgate and somebody asked me about the Oracle. Miss Wilcox, Miss Cynthia Wilcox, aka the Oracle. If you out there, please, baby. This the year you've been talking about this. Oh, Miss Wilcox, I don't know where you are, baby. It's been a year and a half. If anybody knows Miss Wilcox, Cynthia Wilcox, I believe she's had a daughter that went to Miami. She went to school in Alabama. I hate to put this out here, but this is information she put on the show, so hope I'm not getting too personal. Hit me up at coachhaysfootball@gmail.com if you have any information on Cynthia Wilcox. I believe she had a daughter, she said, went to the University of Miami. I have no idea her name. And she went to school in Alabama. And I don't know where she's from originally. God, I don't even know what she looks like. Never seen her in my day. But golly, Miss Wilcox, much love to you. Let me get this call in, and I'm going to bring back Black Butterfly E. Brown in. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What up with you, Coach? This is Balake calling from Coochie Break, Louisiana. What's good with you?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm just round the crowd. I almost said something crazy, man. You almost get a cane juice bite. And I almost said I'm right here on the corner of Curly Q Avenue and hey, Slippery Wet Lane. Talk to me.
Hey, look, props to Indiana. You know, they won a good game and everything. I think, you know, all this hate. First off, you know, I'm going to come to V12. I wish he was still here because, man, I was about to come on in his helmet. But, you know, Black Butterfly, man, imagine being so bitter, Coach. I mean, she had it out for Beck the whole season, Coach. She was just waiting. I mean, she was dreaming about an interception just so she could. I don't know what it, bro. Them Georgia fans, I don't know who hurt them, what Beck did to them. Yo, they need to let it go. All right. But look, I'm gonna be real with you. I think the penalties hurt. They did bring their penalties down from the Ole Miss game, but they hurt. Mm-hmm. And the penalties that didn't get called would have hurt even more. Like when Mendoza got his shit busted, bro, if that got called targeting, that's not getting reversed. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. I don't think that's getting reversed. If they called it targeting on the field, it's not getting reversed. I mean, I don't think he meant to hit him with the helmet, but he led with the helmet, busted his shit. It just, excuse my French, but yeah.
Well, here's one thing I'll say. Don't run up on him. You ain't a defenseless. You're not defenseless because you pulled it and ran up on him. You better pull off. See, what I don't like about it, I get it. Well, guess what? Protect your neck. Don't run up on him. You ran up and fake like you had the ball. You're subject to get your lips split, homeboy. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, talk to us real quick so I can get this thing running.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can make the argument that he wasn't a defenseless player. You're right about that. But, you know, the defense, I mean, I felt like they were playing off the whole night, you know. I mean, I guess they're trying to not give up the big play, you know. Mm-hmm. But they was giving up a bunch of short plays, you know. Indiana was converting when they needed to convert. Miami wasn't converting. The kick, I mean, the way I look at it, Coach, is like this. Block punt is bad. block punt recovered for a safety, touchdown, whichever. Not good. That's even worse. That's 7 points. That missed field goal, that's 3 points. That's 10 points that wouldn't have been on the board if those things hadn't happened. So to come back, sure. Did the interception have the finality of really just like ending the game for them? Absolutely. But V12, if he's still listening, bruh, it's most proximal in the mind, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Miami makes it to the championship without that. Is he an amazing quarterback? He's good enough to get them to the national championship, and he was competitive. He didn't put his body on the line though, like Mendoza. I mean, Mendoza looked like a Heisman player. You feel me?
That play did. I ain't gonna lie. That play for the touchdown. Oh crap! I gotta get as a Miami fan, pissed off. As a football fan, love it.
Yeah, I'm saying like, and the way he handled getting busted in his jib. You feel me? Like he just went out there, next play, kept it moving. So respect to Mendoza. Respect to the Miami Hurricanes too. I mean, Miami didn't lose like Oregon lost or like some of these other teams that faced Indiana lost. I mean, it was hopeless for those teams. They were getting just dog walked. You feel me? Miami was competitive, and that's something to take take pride in everything. It sucks to lose.
Those are moral victories, dog. Listen, hold on. Let me go back. Listen, because this ain't a Disney movie. Like shout out to my mom, right? My mom called. I know she don't really know better, and so you just kind of shut up and take it on the chin. But my mom was like, "Well, just think about it, baby. At least they made it there. Now, Mom, I love you, so I ain't gonna never say nothing. But that made me want to run through a chest plate because to me, that's a moral victory. Hold on just a minute. That's a moral victory. I hear all that. If they were a much better team, just a juggernaut, if that was not Michigan, TCU. Who was TCU played that year? TCU versus whoever they got smoked on, then maybe I understand that. But let me ask you a question. If you had to put a percentage, since you're not a Miami fan, I don't think, what percentage do you think Indiana is better than us? 50%, 80% better than Miami? 3%, 2%, or 50-50? What do you think?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say, Coach. It do seem like there's something special about that team. I mean, they went undefeated. No team in the that they played this season beat them. So, and I don't think that it's fair to like point out individual plays and say, oh, this cost us, that cost us. Every play of the game is important. Potentially decide the game. So to say, are they better against any team? I don't know. I think you got to look at two teams in a matchup, how they game plan, how they prep. But in that game, in that national championship game, I mean, I'd say 10, 15% better. They were good enough to get the W. But, had Miami made different choices, had Miami's players been a little more disciplined, and that's not to say that they didn't improve, like I said.
No, but here's my question. Georgia Bulldog played TCU. How much better was Georgia better than TCU on a percentage basis?
I can't even say, but more than the difference between Indiana and Miami.
Way more.
Way
years.
more.
That's my point. So if I was a TCU fan and my mama said, "Baby, at least the Horned Frogs made it there," I say, "You know what, Mama, you right." But when we talk about Miami, Indiana, talent for talent, first of all, you can't say that Indiana's better talent for talent. You want to say Ochi maybe, something like that. But what I'm saying is it's probably even kill. I'm just trying to make the point to say I don't like moral victory. Now for TCU, yeah, they can take the moral victory. Yeah, baby, y'all made it there. But for this particular game, I understand it. I know why people say it. And there's something to build off on. But when you know that you're a better team, let's call it a spade. Athletically, you're a better team, right? Would you agree with that or disagree that Miami's a better team overall athletically?
Athletically, I think they are. I think
Okay.
I think they got more just raw athletic ability.
Okay.
On Miami.
And there's my point. And that right there is my thing, because I've always said players make coaches. Coaches enhance players, but players make coaches, right? I think Kirk Cignetti has enhanced the hell out of his team. And they are players, right? They got some players. Don't get it wrong. But he's maximizing it at all and on all levels. Shout out to him as a program builder, manager, overseer, CEO, whatever. But from a player perspective to player perspective, if Miami and Indiana go play a pickup game out there at some park, I think Miami Hurricanes mollywop them fools. That's just my opinion. But I got to run. But to your point, I get it. I get where you're coming from. I was just talking about the moral victory. Like, I appreciate it, but don't really want it. Think about it. We got potentially two first round, respectively, first and second defensive end picks in the draft. Think about that, bro. You talk about two defensive ends that could be picked 1 and 2.
But it's a team sport, Coach. You know that goes back to the original point too. I mean, the one other thing I wanted to say to you is it's a team sport, you know. And I followed Miami real close this whole season. And I'll tell you what, Miami fans quick to pull the knives out. You know, they ready to blame somebody, and I get it.
But that's everybody.
I get it. Trust me.
Trust me. That's everybody. You don't think Alabama blamed everybody when they lost? Georgia blamed everybody when they lost? Like everybody, that's a fan base, right? That's a fan base.
It is, but look, I'm a Saints fan. Like in the pro game, I'm a Saints fan, right? And I'm gonna tell you what, the fans support the team no matter what. We terrible most seasons, right? We was terrible this season until damn Tyler Show started showing out, right? But we still love the team. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see a whole lot of that with that particular team. And there are teams like that, right? Like you win and lose as a team. And I don't think it's conducive to keeping the morale high. You feel me?
Yeah, but they're fans, bro. But it's fans. These are the same fans that are happy that we put Dabo Swinney in the locker when we flip a kid from Clemson, and then the same fans are the one, get that bum out of here. He sucks, and he ain't even been on the football field to play. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying,
fans are different.
Fans are fans, bro. They're gonna fan out. And they're going to say whatever. And the craziest thing, they can hide right here behind this keyboard, bro. They can say what they want. They don't have a picture up. They have avatars. They got all type of stuff. And you can come on the internet and be who you want to be. Like right now, you can come on here and talk like you talking, and then go right in the chat and be like, yeah, Miami sucks. Da, 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 like, whatever. So
you're right.
Yeah, I ain't going to overdo it. But I got to close this thing out, man. I've been on here 3 hours. And I got to go to somebody's job tomorrow, or I'm going to have to go over there with Carson Bay and get my CDL license. I'm driving something.
All right, Coach, keep easy.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Peace.
All right. Without further ado, y'all do me a favor. Y'all clap it up. Oh, shit. For Black Butterfly in the building.
Hey.
Now, Black Butterfly, I'm going to say this to you.
I'm triggered.
I know you are. But I want to bring this up. I want to say thank you. You made me cry a little bit.
You're welcome.
Nah. I ain't gonna
just make sure B-Dog know about it.
Hold up, man. You doing a little too much here. Now he ain't here, so I'm finna talk my talk. But anyway,
because he's a part of that too.
It says so. I'll just say what you put on there. You and V12 have 2 shots each on me. Now let me back in. I appreciate you. So much. I appreciate you so much, Black Butterfly. All right, you say
because I'm triggered.
You're a little bit.
Llewellyn triggered me first, and now the last gentleman, he done triggered me more. But let me just say this: Miami, y'all a bunch of dogs, but you had a mutt at quarterback. I'm gonna have to say that. Now, let me get down to what I was triggered about. Llewellyn, we just having a debate. I'm having a little debate with you without you being here, so it's a debate without you. But just keep it. I'm keeping it friendly. Don't take it personal. Don't take it like I'm bashing you or anything like that. We're just having a little debate. It just don't quite involve me. Now, I'm not bashing Beck. I'm just stating the facts. I'm not hating on Beck. I'm just stating the facts. Because I've seen a whole year of him at the helm and doing what he did last night. And the gentleman said I was just sitting back waiting. Yeah, because I knew it was going to happen. I've seen the look on his face when he came. Y'all was saying that he was hoping for that ball to get back to him in the fourth quarter. No, he wasn't. He was hoping that the defense, one of them defensive players, intercept and run it in. He didn't want it back at him. He chokes under pressure. Have I not been saying that all season long?
For the second time tonight, you're 100% correct.
So I'm not bashing him. I'm stating the facts. Now, down to the money part. When they start playing, and this is where Louella kind of triggered me a little bit. When you start playing players, it's business. It's about business. So when you pay someone to do a job, you expect results. So yeah, that $4 million is a factor because you all paid $4 million and you didn't get your results that you were expecting, that you were supposed, that you paid for.
So hold on, let me ask you a quick question.
Am I right or wrong?
Well, no.
Am I right or wrong?
Well, here's why.
Huh?
No,
I'm wrong?
No, just hear me out for a second. In essence,
am I right or wrong?
I'm trying to answer you.
Yes or no? It's a rhetorical question.
All right, I'm trying to answer your question. Yes and no, but we have to put it in context. And context is, yes, if I bought a product, if this cup, I expect this cup to hold cane juice and not leak. However, when we're speaking of people, right, they're still humans, right, in regards. That's the same thing we could say about Tom Brady and all this other stuff, or the highest paid this. You do expect a certain
But
thing.
Tom Brady performs.
Yeah,
when it comes down to clutch,
I know, but hear me out.
Tom Brady performs.
I know, but hear me out. All I'm telling you is the reason I'm not mad at Carson Beck for the money he was paid, because that's what he negotiated, and that's what Miami. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
I get that.
Let me finish.
I
And
get
that's
that.
what Miami agreed to pay him. He didn't come in and say.
And I said Miami didn't do their research.
So,
because if you getting a player starting the first year and being inconsistent, but consistent at throwing to the other team, and you still going to pay him $4 million, that's not a good business move.
Listen, I agree. People make bad business moves all the time. And here's the thing. We're talking about, to your point, it worked out in your favor. But guess what happens? And if it was a fifth, I know what that means. We'll all be drunk. I'll put it that way instead of the other one. If he throws that ball correctly, he's national champion. I don't think they score.
That's true.
We win by.
That's true.
But see, that's why I said we got to put certain things
I'm
in
right.
context.
I'm right until he proves me wrong, and he has not proven me wrong.
Fair statement. That's a fair
Now, had
statement.
he had thrown it accurately, he would have proved me wrong.
Fair statement. I can't take anything from that. But what I will say, kind of what 12 was saying, where we paid $4 million, that's what we expect. Yeah, you can expect. But again, there's some due diligence. And to your point, based on you being a Georgia fan, you watched him through those years, and what he showed you now is what he showed you then. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the reason I don't hold him accountable for the money, because that's what he negotiated. And that's what they decided to pay, and that's what they got to do. Now, mind you, they got their $4 million back just through the wins. However,
okay, let me calm that for a second. Let me get to the arm, because I got to do this while it's all on my mind. Because, like I said, I've been triggered. Here's another thing. I want people to stop saying that he's underthrown because he had surgery. No, dude was doing that before he got injured at Georgia. He was doing that before he got injured.
Well, y'all tough on Beck.
So no, it ain't about the surgery, because I've seen every down that the boy played.
Hey, that boy can't do nothing right in your eyes but throw an interception. That's the only thing he can do, huh?
And that's what he's consistent at.
Intercept back.
His interception rate would be much higher if the defensive players caught the ball. It was a lot of drop balls that the defensive players didn't catch that he threw to them.
Here's what I'll say to you. And I think the point you're making is in the clutch, you can't count on him to come through. Is that what you're saying?
You cannot.
When the ball has to be,
he doesn't handle pressure well. And you can see it in his eyes. I knew it. I was sitting back. I was like, here it comes. Here it comes. Because I was watching it when they showed the camera on him. I said, oh, there's that look. And sure enough, there it was.
So you saw that look before Georgia?
Like, I told you.
You saw that look?
I told you.
Hold on. So you saw that look
Because I've
before
seen
Georgia?
it so many. Yes, I saw it so many times in his eyes before. When he was sitting down and they showed him in the fourth quarter and he was pacing and everything, I said, there it is. It's about to happen. And sure enough, it did. Now, let's go to these runs that they keep talking about. Y'all stopped the run too early. You're forgetting the fact that Indiana, you couldn't get first downs. You kept going 3 and out because you couldn't get first downs. So y'all make it seem like y'all was, like you said, you did 9 yards, you did 2 yards, you did 3 yards, but if you got to the third down, you couldn't get the first down. Mm-hmm. So that's why you had a lot of 3 and outs, and that could be why they stopped the run when they did. But I also want to point out something too. In the second half, there was one drive where y'all speeded stuff up, and I think it was like a hurry up offense, and y'all ran it on down there and got the touchdown. You should have stuck with that. Do you remember what I'm talking about? When you got the 14 points?
Say it one more time.
When you got the second touchdown, when it brought you to 14 points, that drive, y'all did a hurry up offense. I don't know if it was really hurry up, but you ran down that drive fast. Y'all moved down that drive fast. I would say it was a hurry up offense, and you got the touchdown. You threw Indiana off. They couldn't stop the run because y'all was speeding it up. And it threw Indiana off, and they couldn't stop y'all. And you got those 14 points. You don't remember that?
I remember.
Okay. You didn't go back and do that again.
Which?
You look at the game, you didn't do it again. So I think that hurt you more so than stopping the run in this first half. I think that really, if y'all had stuck with that, the outcome may have been different, and the game wouldn't have been on Beck's hand.
True story. True story.
Okay. All right. Now, to the refs. Somebody was talking about the call, the refs, whatever. You guys had a lot of no calls.
Yeah, I think
because there was one that was really targeted where the guy bust Beck in the mouth. I mean, not Beck, excuse me.
Mendoza.
Mendoza in the mouth. That was bona fide target. That was textbook targeting.
Yeah, don't know about that.
But the refs let both teams play because both teams had a bunch of no calls. They let you play. There was a lot of holding on both sides, a lot of pass interference on both sides. And the refs just let them play. So you can't blame the refs on this.
No,
the onus of the loss of this game, in my personal opinion, is your kicker and your QB. Mostly your QB. And no, Beck didn't throw the game. Somebody came on trying to insinuate that Beck was through the game. No, that's just who Beck is. He did not intentionally do that.
Okay.
That's just who he is. He did not throw the game.
Well, you hate that dude, boy. Well, you hate that dude.
Yes,
boy.
I do.
I hate you. I ain't mad at you. Well, like I said, I got E. Brown on here. I'm gonna let y'all close this out. I'm gonna let y'all fight it out. E. Brown, talk to me.
Man, what am I listening to? You know what? I gotta say this. I got all the respect in the world for Black Butterfly.
Uh-oh.
I really cherish her opinions and her foresight. But on this one, no disrespect to Black Butterfly, But the only critique and criticism that I'm listening to is from the true Indiana Hoosier fans, because they're the
No, I'm
ones
not.
who
No, I'm not.
they're
I'm
the
not an
ones who
Indiana
beat-
fan at all.
No, I didn't say that. Well, they're the only ones. They're the only ones who beat the University of Miami. So those are the only
Yes.
ones who I'll listen to. Everybody else is behind us. See, I'll listen to the Hoosiers, but I'm not going to listen to the losers. You get the correlation? Hoosiers and losers. I'll listen to the Hoosiers, but I'm not going to listen to the losers. Everybody who's behind Indiana and Miami, they are losers. Okay? So I'm not going to listen to them. All their commentary, all their
So what was those other teams that y'all lost to? Louisville and SMU, right? So they would be
Listen,
losing.
I'm gonna let y'all
huh?
do that in the background. Hold up, real quick, if you don't mind, Black Butterfly. I think I got somebody that really want to talk to you on the line.
yeah.
Nephew.
Yeah, it's nephew. Yeah, let's bring nephew on.
Nephew.
My black butterfly. Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Hey, Butterfly, I love your football IQ. And I'm going to tell you
the fans sing it.
Yeah. Listen, don't make me say my Luther, but let me say this. Coach A, you see how a beautiful black butterfly and woman will soothe any heartache. Now, my heart was broken into so many pieces, they couldn't even put it back together when I went to the emergency room and hearing her voice. And I'm like, what heartache? I got Lennon Williams on now, right now. But go ahead.
I just want to say this real quick. I don't want to say this real quick. If y'all can get it all, I've been on here 3 hours and 15 minutes. I've been looking at the turnpike mile markers for a while. Listen, y'all say y'all last piece. Y'all can stay on here. You know that I'm going to be on here with you, but I got to close this deal out. I love y'all to death. Do me a favor.
I'm good. Go ahead. I'm good. Butterfly, take care, baby.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, he said hit him up later on his DM. He said slide in his DM. Black Butterfly.
Hey, nephew left, man. Oh man, I don't want to
No, I ain't going. You got it.
Oh, I was in the middle of my soliloquy before I was.
Well, yeah, well let what's his name close. Let Coach close it on
You
out.
gonna say it's a little? I don't want to say we're losing all our followers.
No, I ain't gonna take forever.
No, I'm just saying we're losing all our viewers right now.
I want the masses to hear what I got to say. The coach, he so rudely interrupted me, and I just feel some kind of way now, because see, like I said, I ain't gonna disrespect Black Butterfly. Her and Miss Wilson need to go and cook my oatmeal cookies, and please don't burn them. That's what they need to be doing. They don't need to be commentating about football, because that's not for their gender.
Oh no, you
that's
did
not.
not.
For their gender.
No, you're not. Now you don't really make me go to the left.
Your gender is cooking based and housewife based.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for watching Coach Hayes Football on Canes Talk Live.
On football, which is the man's world. That's a man's world.
As always, go Canes. I love y'all.
Man's world.
I appreciate y'all.
There wouldn't be nothing without a woman.
Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button. Notification bell. I don't know what that guy talking about. And I'll just say this: the good, bad, and ugly will be coming out soon.
Kicking in.
The good, bad, and ugly will be coming out soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. I actually got it here breaking it down. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all.
It's hot in here.
As always, go Canes. We're 234 days away from our next game against the Florida A&M Rattlers. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for everybody that donated. Thank you so much.
I got a line in my pocket and it's ready to roar.
See, y'all know I give back to the community, and I do a senior citizen segment, and this is what I get. So I know at the end of every show, y'all be like, Coach, why you always let the old senile dude? Well, the reason I do it because I'm part of a. All right, let me just tell you the truth. Damn it, I'm on probation, and I got to give back community service. And I said,
I got a line in my pocket, and it's ready to roar.
Hey, Coach,
I'm on probation.
You don't want to take that pill next month for Valentine's.
You know what? You know why I'm on probation? You know why I'm on probation?
You know you're on a heart monitor. You need to stop.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you why I'm on probation. I just want the fans to know this, the people.
Oh my God!
I got 2 counts. I got 2 counts of I got 2 counts of slapping some people. I went to Gainesville and slapped Billy Napier like this. And then I went over to Leon County and then I slapped Mike Novell like this. And them damn people arrested me. And I got 2 counts and I had to do community. They let me off with a slap on the wrist, if you know what I mean, no pun intended. And so my community service is to let old people that see now come on here and close out the show. That's part of my punishment. The judge said, we trying to cancel your show, so we're going to let the old people do it. And
we don't want to do no Michael Jackson. We want to have some lion in my pocket. And it's ready to roar. And the lion, if a lion reach your pocket, it is ready to soar. That's a mighty, mighty lion. That ain't no paper lion. That's a mighty lion.
What did he?
It's a mighty lion.
Been drinking?
Man, what Nurse Betty at? She gave you your medicine tonight, man. Tell her to crush it up in the applesauce, man.
I'm telling you, he took the dosage that say February 14th.
Bro, turn the whole show. It was 400, bro. It was literally 428 people in here. Listen, 428 people in here, and you get on here.
I know Ms. Wilson on the line. Ms. Wilson?
No. I ain't gonna lie. You know what, E. Brown? Slap yourself, man. 400 and some people on here. You get on here talking this foolishness like we in doggone 1820. Man, bye, man. I messed up. Man, go Canes.